Hello, everybody, and welcome to Wednesday, July 8th, today, 2026. And this is We Grow Wednesday, 1:04 now, Central Time. We've got a lot to talk about today. Have you guys heard of this rich guy who's trying to be immortal? We're going to talk about some cholesterol lowering medication. I've also got an interesting story about people using vinegar in their washing machines being a bad thing. And also, there's a couple more here that I listed. Only three of those could fit in the title. But we are going to play a little intro song to help us get this party started. And if you could help us share it out with some friends and everybody that you know, we'll be right back in a few minutes here, guys. Let's grow. Here it is. Let's grow. Like buttons. Do all the things for us and with us.
Scrolling through the noise, stories hitting hard, cutting through the void. Big Ugg pulling strings, poison in the feed. Well, they're selling us ain't what we need. Posting articles, lighting up the screen, common struggle shared, know what I mean. Time to wake 'em now, see the hidden game. We grow Wednesday, hey, stop and look around. We grow Wednesday, plant it in the ground. Grow our own, break the chains, rise up strong. Knowledge in our veins where we belong. We grow, we grow. Yeah, we grow. Every soul gotta eat, fuel the fire inside. But the cause of twisting truth, trying to hide. Processed lies on shelves, stealing our health away. New tech coming fast, showing us a better way. Community talking, sharing what we find. Self-sustainable minds, leaving change behind. Digging in the dirt or digging for the truth. We grow Wednesday, hey, stop and look around. We grow Wednesday, plant it in the ground. Grow our own, break the chains, rise up strong. Knowledge in our veins where we belong. We grow, we grow. Yeah, we grow. No more blind, no more fed their lies. Hands in the soil, fire in our eyes. From seed to strength, we're taking control. Empower the body, empower the soul. Wednesday rolls again, gather round the feet. Health and wellness news, planting every seed. Growing food ourselves, growing who we are. Better versions rise, shooting for the stars. Big Food's empire cracks. We won't bound time. We grow Wednesday. Hey, hey, stop it on Wednesday. We grow Wednesday. Hey, stop and look
All right, we are back, and I'm still sharing to groups. I'm in all these like promote your podcast groups, and some of them are pretty darn big, but it's a funny kind of thing when you're in. We run
We're
into
not
this in
on
a
this.
lot of.
We're
Say
not
again?
on the screen on my laptop.
You're not. Oh, it's because of this. Some things stay on our face, and some things don't stay on our face.
There we go. I'm like,
Yeah, it's annoying that I have to go do that every time. Some things will stay up, some things will only be there for on my side, and you guys don't see it. But man, it's always something. It's always something. But I tell you what,
yeah,
we had a successful little experiment yesterday on the show. We did something called a chatter train. I call it a chatter train. I don't know. Maybe they'll come up with something better. But it's basically a way for a bunch of us smaller creators, those of us on Rumble that might be in the creator program and possibly worried about some of the metrics they change things to, needing 75 unique chatters every month now. And right now I'm sitting at 30. So I don't
crazy.
know if I'll get there. But what I did yesterday is I thought, well, let's show some love, maybe get some love. So what I did was I incentivized the audience, a few, like a handful, maybe 5 or 6 people that did this, but people that wanted extra spots on the door prize and also just wanted to do it to help me. But every time, so I pulled up on the screen other streamers that were, had a few people watching and just smaller streamers, and I thought, okay, this one seems cool. Let's go to this, and I'm in there chatting, and I have it up on our screen live, so kind of showing off their live stream while also waiting on our chat to go over there and to get in the chat, and we're all hashtagging and saying hi, and then we okay, the train's got to keep running, and so we said see ya, and we went on to another one, and we did that like 5 or 6 times, and we made some new friends yesterday, so
Well,
that's
that
pretty
works.
cool. It's fun. Yeah, I mean, I
Yeah.
only got like a handful of people to come back over, but I didn't actually ask everyone come back over. It was just more like, hey, let me say hi, let me hang out for a second and get to know you, and then a few people came over to show some love to us because we were live
Cool.
still. So it was kind of an interesting experiment. I might have to do some more streams all like the rest of the month just to try to just to try to make that goal. So might do
Yeah.
some things like that. 75
Gotta
doesn't
make
seem
it
like that
easy,
hard.
that's for sure.
It wouldn't be that hard on Facebook. I'm sure I get 75 throughout the month. They're not
As long as you
75.
don't offend Meta.
That's the thing. Yeah. There's just too much to deal with over there, and the fact that I might get 75 unique chatters, but among them only those 20 to 30 that are on Rumble, and very handful, selective few people on Facebook that I consider to really enjoy my content, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of silent viewers out there, though. I do hear from them sometimes, which is pretty cool. Um,
We had a
anyway, I'm
lot
not
of
trying
those
to be
in,
negative, but yeah.
we
What's
had a
that?
lot of those in Periscope too. That was actually how I ended up with my largest sponsor when I was raising funds for Yosemite and other things. Um, this person never participated in chat, never said hello, never talked to anybody. But because I put an email address out there, they sent an email, and then they were wondering why I didn't respond because I didn't check my email that often back then. But I happened to stumble across it, and I was like, "Oh my gosh," And it was a substantial offer, followed by a few other donations. It was
Mm,
so there's the cue that you've got to stay connected. If you put an email out there, make sure you check it. If you've got a website, make sure you manage it once in a while, that kind of thing. Because when you make those connections with people, you never know. I had someone tell me one
true.
time, I did this on Facebook. I said, hey, drop your PayPal or whatever type thing you've got. And you never know, somebody might help you out. And he was very skeptical and very, I don't have a right word for it, but he goes, he goes, I'm not buying it. I'm all, excuse me? He goes,
Nobody's going to just give money to a stranger. I said, oh, yes, they will. You
All right.
disappeared.
Yeah, and no, I'm still here, but I'm trying to
Okay.
fix our screen the way we like it, and nothing works. Let me share the screen in. Dang it, I don't
Welcome
want.
to the tallest show.
Well, hello. It's Tala. She's
My
Tala.
guest Waylon is here.
Can you hear me still though?
Yes.
So nothing's working for me. I'm gonna have to refresh. I'll be right back.
Yeah, you're like right in the
Just
middle part
just
of
pump,
you. I can only
just
see your
pump up
head.
the chat. Tell them all to hit those buttons and give us a dancing banana party. I'll be right back.
Hit like, hit share. Join us on Rumble for live chat if you're not there. Join us on YouTube for live chat if you're not there. Anybody watching on X, hey, but check out the other platforms because that's where you can participate with everybody. I don't know, some people don't like to leave X, but yeah, expand your horizons, step out of
Yeah,
your comfort zone.
that's why I try to tell people. I try to remind myself to tell people, hey, it's not that I love Rumble so hardcore that I'll never disagree with them. It's
Yeah,
right now, currently, they are the sort of best place for me for
yeah,
what I'm doing. It doesn't necessarily mean that I'll ever, or even X or Facebook. Like I always tell people, hey, a handful. You can't really put your all your eggs in any single basket nowadays with these different
yep.
sites. You kind of have to
I'm
have.
gonna go turn my fan on because it is a hot day. I'll be right
Sure.
back.
I'm gonna try and see if I can hide this. Yes. Haha. Well, now we've got it. We've got it, and my stuff works now. I had to refresh my screen, but I'm back. All right, everybody, let's pull up the wheel today. Do it a little differently than I've been doing the last couple of days. The wheel's been very interesting, actually. You know what? We can still do that. Let me try this. Let me try this. So we're going to start with the cholesterol lowering medication, like I don't know, scare. I don't know what's going on. 60 randomized control trials. We're going to read it in a second, but let me see if I can do this. What if I add the wheel, browser, wheel, and oh no, I don't. Dang it.
That should pull the cool air from the other side of the house. I gotta get the other in-room AC at this end of the house hooked up in the window.
So that's another thing we're going to talk about today. Hopefully we can get to it. It's very interesting device. You might be might want to be checking out here soon. Let's pull up the
Yeah, we
wheel.
can't afford to run the HVAC. It's pathetic. That's what utilities are like here. I can't afford to stay well.
Right.
What are they doing?
Hey, there we go. Can do like
And I've got
that.
medical baseline on my power and my gas bill.
So that means what?
Medical baseline keeps you at tier 1 because you know there's different tiers that they charge you depending on the time of day and your usage. They keep me at the lowest rate, but it's still not enough.
Right.
That's how expensive it is to use power in California now. But sure, let's get a bunch of electric cars in here and stress the grid some more.
The grid that is clearly already falling apart, and
Yes.
they're desperately using all sorts of sales techniques to get people to become part of the grid by turning your house into a battery. And I'm not
Yep.
against solar necessarily altogether, but I feel like there's something happening here, like all these like credits being like
It's
thrown
great if
around and stuff
you
like that.
like, can you afford it? Can you afford to maintain it? Can you afford to fix it if it breaks? Can you afford to replace something that dies on it, you know? And they come around and say, "Oh, no money out of pocket, you know. Oh no, it's a government program." I'm like, that was the buzzword, get off my porch.
Right.
What they do is they tack it onto your mortgage. No. Yeah.
Ladies, I see right now only three ladies here. They're popping all over the place that are commenting anyway. Denise, Alice, and Margaret. Ladies, I don't know where else you commented because when I refresh the screen, my live chat is gone. So if you had jumped around on the other spots, I do apologize, but I don't see any of that. So if you want to hit locals and YouTube again, that's cool, and no worries if you want on the spot. If you're watching, hit that share button and hit the like button. And I'll put you on the door prize if you comment so I can see you. Look at this wheel, Tala. Watch this. Boop.
Sorry, my cats are going psycho all of a sudden. Hey, play nice. They do this when I sit down to work. All of a sudden now it's time to tear through the house and knock things over. Get your nose out of that box. Oh my gosh.
Yep, that's why I put Sprout in the kennel a lot of times when I'm doing the show. He just wants to. He gets mad that I'm like busy. He doesn't like that I'm not paying him any attention.
Automatically, there's
But
6 of them.
that's a bit different than what I have going on.
Yes.
Although I had to spank my husky today, Tala. That is unusual. She's actually a very good girl usually, but I had to spank her a little bit, give her a little pat on the
Oh.
butt. Not like nothing crazy, but she we come in from the outside and she goes straight to the puppy's bowl and starts eating his food, which it's wet, like it come from the fridge, so like it's fresh still, like he just not finished it all yet. Dang it,
Yeah.
girl, you can't do that. That little piglet needs his meal. All right, man, I feel like we should
I had a little
cheers.
thing this morning. I'm sitting there on the edge of the bed, and I'm petting Shadow, and he's like, love, 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 love. And I go to do something, and he's just like snuggled next to me. All looks good. Then he looks at my knee, and he's kind of like sniff, sniff, sniff. I'm all okay. Now sometimes he'll do this, but usually I feel the vibe.
Mm.
He snuck up on me with it. He bit my knee. I mean, he didn't break the skin,
Ow.
but literally he bites the center of my knee. I'm like, hey. And the second I did that and said, ow, he starts to take off. I turn around and caught him before he got away and just kind of whap on his butt. I'm like, yeah, no
So
biting.
they know that's a no-no. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um. Wow.
Because he
Anyway,
can break skin, obviously, because he's a cat, he has teeth, but he has before. And it's the weirdest thing because he'll just gently go like this and then he'll scrape. I've had him break the skin doing that. Weird.
ouch. Yeah, my mom wants me to get her little dog, Sprout's sister, Miss Jetta, her nails trimmed because she can't take her on walks and stuff, and so I
Yeah.
don't really I never even pay attention to my dog's nails. They're a little. I mean, they're a little bit like they're not sharp, but like there's a little nail there. But and so I keep that in mind, but it's not going to like they're dull,
Yeah.
because of all the like running on the street. And
Right.
I walk next to the road or next to the side of the road, so they have the option to go in the grass, but they don't usually mind it. Like they're running around on the street, and like that's good for their nails. I
Yeah.
don't. I feel bad because it's like, hey, that could be hot, right? Or there's rocks and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, they're used to
That's
it,
why they
but
make booties for dogs because it can burn their feet. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, they're used to it, I'm sure. But at the same time, like, they're not used to a concrete
Not
jungle gym.
always.
Yeah,
I've actually seen incidents where pavement was hot enough that it did blister a dog's paws. I've seen that happen. So,
and they don't know
yeah.
how to say ouch.
Right.
They might
Right.
whine and cry, but they don't only do that if it's like intense pain.
Yep.
Denise, thank you for the 200 stars. I really appreciate it. We were feeling kind of lonely today. Besides the six of us, Tala and I, and you three, and now Rose here. Mike is here, and Tommy McKetta were both stopped by. Thank you, gentlemen. Yeah, it's a weird, slow day, but I tell you what, I got some good stories lined up. This one here is interesting. It's being reshared from Mark Kaplan. I need to tell you something that makes me angrier than anything else in medicine. That's why I thought it'd be cool to watch. Let me take the wheel down. My bad.
I could dig into that.
I heard right. There's probably a whole bunch of good things.
It's right up
Hang
my
in
alley.
close. Got you on the wheel, Diane and Rose. Let me put the wheel away.
Found myself this morning just I don't know what it is. Like sometimes I hit that wall, you know. So like I get to my appointment and I was already feeling a little off kilter mentally, and I'm struggling physically. And I walk in and it's been 2 weeks. They've installed a new system, so I can't just write my name on the paper like a normal 58-year-old person wants to do. No. She goes, "Oh, we have the kiosk in the corner now." They got one of those digital pads like they do at the lab.
A kiosk,
And I
yeah.
looked and went, "No, you did not." She's like, "Oh, let me know if you have any trouble. You're just gonna do this, this, and this." I didn't do it right. She had to come over and help me.
Eh,
I'm thinking I got it. She's all, "Oh, you didn't finish." Then you pay over there too. Can I not interact with the human being at the desk?
no, because then they might make a mistake and it would be on them. I'm just kidding.
Right?
But that's why I write down stuff for all my episodes. I write down. I've been writing a to-do list and stuff
Paper.
instead of using my phone because if you don't use it, you lose it, guys. Like
Yep.
as far as
That
writing
connection
goes.
is good. It's good for your brain. It's good for your, brain connection to using body parts like your hand. That's, yeah. I
There's a bunch
have
of
big
things good for
opinions
it.
about that.
I mean, you could
But that
maybe
little thing, like I've talked about this before, I think it's the spectrum stuff. That little thing was like, you changed my
right,
routine.
yeah,
And it just went this switch in my head, tink, and from there on out, I was,
off a little bit, right?
yeah.
You're
And
like,
I came in and I'm like, he asked me how I was doing, and I went, um, uh, I couldn't answer him. I stared at him and I said, you know, uh, for better or worse? What do you mean? He goes, well, either one. Um, I'm okay.
you're just
I
totally
guess
off.
I couldn't answer him.
You were trying to reboot. Like, what?
Yeah, it messed me up, and I ended up just teary eyed before the appointment was over because I'm frustrated with stuff and just yeah.
Ladies, if you could on the Rumble, it's only ladies right now so far. Hit that repost. I would really appreciate a repost on Rumble. Saw that yesterday. There's a bunch of reposts, and I actually started finding other streamers through looking at reposts of people I had already met, and so it's kind of like a good way to network. Um, anyway, this is so this goes on here to quite a bit. I don't think I need to read the whole thing, but 60 randomized controlled trials, 323,950 patients. Every cholesterol lowering drug ever made, statins, PCSK9 inhibitors, enzatimab, enzatimab.
I can't see
Uh,
it. It's so
let me see,
small.
well, here. Let me see if I can make it any bigger.
Okay.
I have it zoomed out on our screen so people can see more
I
of the
guess that's a
screen.
brand as a Tim. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a hard
probably.
one.
One question: did lowering LDL cholesterol make people live longer? Look at the chart. Every dot is a trial. The red line is zero benefit. If these drugs saved lives, the dots would be above the line. They are not. So look at the. Here's the chart.
Yeah, it's like you live 4 days longer. It's some stupid, yeah, which means nothing.
Like, look at this. It's just this tag sitting here, like hardcore. Like I'm clicking off of it. I don't need. I don't want this. Thank you. Can you just?
They're all trying to piss us off today,
Wow,
Waylon.
there it is. Okay. Oh. Well, wow. So
Ah.
can I zoom in here? No, I can't. It's
You
big.
know I'll go off about cholesterol drugs. You know I will. You know?
Billions spent, zero mortality benefit. In some trials, more people died. They reduced LDL by up to 80%. Nobody was saved. Now
Because
look at that.
cholesterol is necessary. The funny thing is, nobody ever thinks about this. I think it's your liver, your body produces cholesterol.
Yeah,
Why would your body produce cholesterol in normal function if you don't need it? And people are labeled LDL as bad. It's not bad. There is no bad cholesterol,
What's the other one?
first of all. HDL.
Okay.
So the standard is you want the LDL to be low, the HDL to be high. That's easy to remember because L low, H high.
Hmm.
Okay. But the problem is this: you go attacking and lowering the cholesterol, and your body goes more, more, and it pushes back.
Right.
Now you're fighting with the normal system.
And then you have like
So,
a bowl of water that you've tilted back and forth, and then what's happening? A bunch of
yeah.
others, you know.
So I'll get to the what's important part in a second, but the reality is this: yes, your cholesterol will be higher as you get older. It's supposed to be. So our brains, our brains are fat. Our brains need cholesterol. So
Well,
what's happening with these drugs? They're ending up with people with all kinds of brain function problems, dementia, and that's on top of everything else that it damages. So it affects your mental function. If you have the predisposition for autoimmune disease, it's going to set it off or exacerbate anything existing. And we have that predisposition in my family. I am one of two known lupus patients. There's rheumatoid arthritis, there's a scleroderma patient. My mother has trigeminal neuralgia, and she had that reaction to the statin. My brother was on it longer. He had worse problems. They just about killed him with it. Okay. So autoimmune disease is in my family. So it means it's worse for us, but it's bad for everyone in reality. So they're freaking out about the LDL, trying to push it down. You don't do that. The way to go at this is to raise your HDL. You should have a high HDL, Dollyweed. So what's important? First, your triglycerides. Those numbers are actually important. Then the ratio between your LDL and your HDL. And you can figure out the formula, just ask an LLM to figure it out for you, but tell it from a carnivore standards perspective, what should the ratio be? You have to say those words. Otherwise, it'll tell you what the industry standard is and what medicine is preaching. And it's wrong, wrong, wrong. They're hurting people and they're killing people. Yeah. I have strong opinions about this.
it's okay. Um, I yeah, like I keep forgetting the stuff I've learned on it. So I'm glad we re-hit it because my friend Hamad, who's been on my show a few times, that's really like one of his strong points. He talks about heavily, and
Yeah.
the HDL is one I can't ever remember, but LDL I always remember. That, but like,
Do you know how you raise HDL? Do you know how to do that?
was it triglycerides
Your
or no?
HDL goes up when you exercise.
Ah,
So you're wanting to have a bigger gap between those two numbers. That's
I
what I
see.
say mean when I say ratio. So you raise your HDL, okay, by exercising. You don't push this one down because this one's going to come down too. It's not selective, and that is going to hurt you. So you want to raise the HDL with activity. And you know what? I'm not even hearing people who are like, well, I can't exercise. Yes, you can. If
Mm.
you are, if you can only sit in bed and take some little 2 pound weights and go like this, please do that.
Or
That's
even
movement,
just
right?
your
Even that,
arm grip strength.
isometrics, anything. Okay. So you activate those muscles. That's where you start.
So
Um,
eat statins, she said.
so
Take
yeah,
some.
your triglycerides you look at first, then that ratio. But don't try to push it down with a drug. You need cholesterol for producing your hormones.
Hmm.
Okay? Now, postmenopausal ladies like me, that's even more important. Let me tell you something. I'm almost 6 years postmenopausal. I'm not on a patch. I'm not on any hormones. I don't need it. I'm eating carnivore and taking one little capsule of black cohosh and evening primrose a day. Barely have any hot flashes. Everything else, Totally normal. You don't need it.
I wonder if this is where the misconception comes in, because it starts off with an article from Medi-Cal News Daily or News Today. The optimal LDL to HDL cholesterol ratio is generally considered below 2 to 2.5, and it says lower is better. But that might be where people are like fudging it all up. Oh, I need lower cholesterol. Lower cholesterol is better. When what they want you to have is the ratio between them to be a low number, not at least below 3.5. And that means that the ratio doesn't necessarily mean your numbers of cholesterol need to be low, right?
Right. You can have a high total. The first time mine got flagged, I had a meltdown. I'm like, what do you mean? What do you mean? I eat healthy?
Uh-huh.
And so I went to my doctor and he's like, I got your message. What are you concerned about? I said, you didn't see my cholesterol flagged? He goes, yeah, but that's your total. I'm all, okay. This was years ago. I didn't know. He goes, no, you have one of the best lipid panels I've seen in a long time. Now that's including his healthier patients, right?
Uh-huh.
So I didn't realize. He goes, well, your HDL's high. That's why they flagged it. He goes, you've been exercising. I said, yeah. So even he knows.
Wow.
I have a good doctor.
If he didn't, yeah, he didn't bullshit you. Oh, you need some medication. You need to eat more fish or whatever. Um,
And my LDL is 1 point into the zone where they flagged it last time. It would be interesting to see what it is when I get it done in about a week. But yeah, it's 1 point, and he still looked at it and went, looks good.
this says excellent balance of bad LDL,
See, I hate that. It's
bad
not bad.
delivery versus good HDL, removal of cholesterol.
It's essentially the vehicle it gets into travel. That's the simple way of saying it. it but the cholesterol itself is not bad.
So this is all about ratio, though. So if you're over, they're saying over 3.5, but I mean, do your own research. This is just what I came up with from
I
our
had a
friend.
friend who was concerned about it, and I ran it through for in the carnivore standards. I ran it and got her ratio, and it was under 1. And she goes, uh, "Really?" I said, "Yeah, it's good. Don't worry about it."
Hmm.
She's recently gone back to eating carnivore, and she lost 10 pounds, and she's like so happy. I'm all, and she had some other issues that cleared up that the doctors couldn't fix with all their pills. Just changing the way she eats fixed it.
Rose, that is that's looks like that ratio is not optimal.
Oh
Um,
yeah, the HDL is too low.
yeah, and you're taking medication to lower your HDL. Again, this is I just want to say this show is not
Well, it's
medical
intended to
advice.
lower the LDL, but it brings them both down.
Hmm, this
So,
is this is not medical advice. Talk to your doctor, get a
yeah,
second
yeah, we're
opinion.
not professionals.
But
We just have
yeah, go.
opinions here. Strong, vicious opinion.
Yeah,
That's, you know what? Honestly, that LDL is too low too. That is
hmm,
my LDL is 101, you guys.
hmm. I don't know what mine looks like. They told me in the VA, and next time I do this, I've learned a lot since then. I'm going to be like, hey, can I get the numbers? Like, they're not giving me anything. They're just saying, yeah, your cholesterol's a little high. You need to start eating more fish. What?
That's
That's
your
literally
medical
what they
record.
called me.
You have the right to it.
Well, to your point, maybe there's some way for me to go look at it then.
Yeah.
And maybe find that. That's a good call.
Yeah, contact them and tell them, you know what, I need copy of my labs. This is my medical record. I have a right to it. I need a copy of my labs. That, in fact, they should. I guess is different with the VA, but like I have it on the
Yeah,
Quest app.
they're weird. The
But they
VA.
should. They have to give it to you, really. Now I'm
So,
curious to see what your numbers are.
right, I want to know. Um,
Yeah.
I don't think. Well, and I've also been exercising since then, so maybe my ratio is a little better. But or that's what's flagging. Maybe the HDL is what's flagged. I don't know. This was like a year or
So
two.
the answer to the question on the screen there is we're not medical professionals. We can't give that advice. I can only tell you what I would do. I told my doctor a long time ago if this ever becomes an issue on paper, the answer is no. Under no circumstances will I ever take a statin drug.
Hmm.
And then if you won't take that, they say, "Oh, we have a different type." Don't believe it. They're all a problem. There's
Well, look
nothing
at
that's
this.
better. And also, this is super, super important right here because you're going to look this up online what's a natural method, and you're going to see a supplement called red yeast rice.
Mm,
Don't fall for it because red yeast rice will cause the same problem.
mm. I haven't
Yeah.
heard of this. So it's being sold as an answer to cholesterol issues.
And it'll do it. It'll lower it just like a statin, but it'll
Oh,
cause the same problem because the
that's
problem
the
is you're
ratios
lowering the
now. Right,
cholesterol.
right. Yeah.
Now, eating carnivore just allows it to balance out. That's the thing. And again, I'm not a dietitian. I can't advise anybody to do that. I'm just telling you from experience that eating the proper ratio of proteins and fats and slashing those carbs will allow your body to balance out. And now I'm able to add some fruit back in. That's the whole point. It's an elimination diet to give your body a break and let it find its center. And then you add one thing back in and see how you do with it. Turns out I'm okay with a little bit of fruit. But I got to really watch it with, you know, I don't do grains for the most part. Uh, you know, beans and all that. Too many lectins. It doesn't agree with my system. It was always a mistake. I didn't
Too
realize
much
how bad.
soy. Yeah. Just full of soy, all your
Got to be
pores.
careful with vegetables,
Squeezing soy out of your pores. Okay. So, hey, guys, I'm gonna go look at it if I can, but you don't get to see the government website. I'm sorry.
Black garlic is amazing, by the way. I love that stuff.
Sign in to manage it. I don't know if I have it saved in here. ID me. Okay, I use ID me.
And
ID.
you know what? See, like, this is the dicey area and why we always give the disclaimers, okay? Because some people, they've already been through something. They had a heart attack, they had a stroke, whatever. And so we can't give advice in that scenario because we're not the professionals. But it's just I know myself, like my dad, he had the heart attack, he had the stents put in. Or no, he didn't do the stents. He couldn't do the stents. He had to do a bypass, and then he got a pacemaker. And so with all that, they had him on a statin for a while, and I cringed. But you know, he's he's now 91. He was in his late 80s. He's having to follow the advice of the cardiologist, and I couldn't interfere with that. I'm not the professional, but yeah.
Okay, it's asking me this weird question before we send you back to the Department of Veterans Affairs. We need your permission to share your verified identity information. Okay, I guess so. All right, I'm excited here because I know I can. I know I've been able
Wow.
to.
Margaret, my goodness. Are you sure that's right? That it was upside down like that? Your LDL was higher than your HDL? Wow.
That doesn't sound good.
It's not good. It's not good at all. But a statin's gonna generally, from my observation, make that worse. And I mean, a lot of this hinges on how you eat because the doctor's going to tell you to eat a lot of grains, and that is not the answer. We know that now.
I can
Wow.
only go yearly on these. Let's see. Is there a search bar somewhere? Left rib, two views. Oh, yeah, I did
Memory
break my
issues,
rib.
yeah, that's one of the main things that you're going to notice problematic with statin drugs is memory issues. That's the thing. It'll screw your brain up. That's I'll keep repeating it just to protect us throughout this. I'm not a medical professional. I'm just relaying what I've learned. But yeah, that's a very common problem.
I guess I had an HIV screening in 2025. I might have to go back to 2024 here. Let's see, because I know it's been like a couple. It's been soon. So your left ankle. No, no. Okay, 2023. It's 1 year at a time I can look at, which is annoying. I don't know what CH means.
I think my total cholesterol right now is it's
Labs.
two something. I can't remember what, but I've just got a really good ratio, you know.
The ratio is what matters. And where do triglycerides come in again? Because I know that's like
Um,
a big part of it.
I can't remember what the correct numbers are for that. And again, that may be measured differently if from carnivore standards.
Wow, there's nothing. I'm not seeing anything. Lab and test results. That's where it should be.
And it's a type of fat, by the way. Um, uh, good and good number.
Guten Tag. Oh, sorry.
So, according to medical standards, without throwing the carnivore thing into it, because I don't know if that makes a difference, but they want to see it under 150. That's what I couldn't remember. Goal for most people, which mine is well under that. Borderline high is 150 to 199. Um, High would be 200 to 499, and then 500 or higher is high risk of pancreatitis. So, I mean, until you're into that really high range, it's not as much of a concern, but they'll call under 100 excellent. I'm not sure that it really needs to be quite that low. I don't know.
All right, I have a moment of vulnerability here, you guys. Moment of vulnerability. I'm going to show you my lab results.
It's tiny.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can see here. So plasma sample at the Peoria VA. So I don't even know what I'm looking at here. That's one reason I'm going to show you.
Okay, so that
Like
normal, what they're saying, it looks like, let's
borderline
see,
high
that's the standards. Question is, that's the explanation. Where is
results.
your
Oh, okay,
actual?
okay, okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah. That's that. And by the way, so that you guys know, sometimes the standard will be different depending on the lab. So you always want to look at that to see. And if it's what they consider a problem, they'll red flag it. You'll see it.
So the first one was glucose. Um, I don't know if reference range means what it's supposed to be within.
Yeah, you're good.
And then we got
Same as mine.
urea nitrogen.
Nitrogen, yeah. They'll do
I
BUN,
guess I'm good
urea,
there.
all of that. It's checking your kidney function.
Creatine.
Creatinine.
Need more of that.
Creatinine.
Or yeah, damn. I need more creatine.
Different thing. Different thing.
Status final. Lab normal. Okay, sodium. When we get to cholesterol, potassium, chloride. More like boride.
Your
Let's see.
electrolytes look good. That's good.
Wait, which one was that? Potassium.
Potassium, chloride, sodium.
This
Those are
one's
all
sodium.
electrolytes. Yeah.
Sodium's right. Like it's
Magnesium.
borderline. It's borderline though.
Okay.
Right up at the edge, like this one here. Chloride,
That's an electrolyte.
right on the maximum range.
Some of mine are like that, but they vary depending on the time. Yeah.
CO2.
That's good. Right in range. That's good.
Calcium total.
You're good on that.
Calcium.
Make sure you're taking vitamin K, please.
Chol.
Directs it to your bones.
Is that what chol is? Or vitamin K
You
directs
want that
calcium?
calcium. You want that calcium in your bones, not your blood.
Yeah, yeah. I want it. I want my bones to be stronger.
Yeah.
Reference range none noted.
That's what
Chol.
causes the clogs.
Is this what's chol? Cholesterol.
Cholesterol. Um,
This is like
but that
this is
doesn't show
terrible.
HDL. Is that your total 163? That's kind of low.
Yeah, this is. I don't know if that's what I'm looking
That
at.
doesn't even tell you everything. See what's below it.
Triglycerides.
Triglycerides, there you go.
None noted.
70.
They're not giving me any kind of reference on this stuff. It's like they
Yeah,
don't.
but I just looked it up. So I suppose potentially it could be too low for somebody, but they consider under 100 mg/dl to be excellent. So your triglycerides are excellent.
Oh,
Excellent.
excellent, man. Totally.
Excellent, dude.
Okay, here's the
There
HDL.
you go.
Okay.
Ooh,
Interpretation low. They're saying my HDL is low.
brah. I
And
don't
my
understand it because you exercise.
well, no, this is from 2025. I
Ah,
hadn't even been in Taekwondo yet. I wasn't going to the gym yet.
okay.
I was
So
probably
you need
pretty
to update.
yeah, I was probably pretty potatoey back then. So I need a new one. So this is good though because we'll come back and we'll check out a new one when I
See
get
what
a new
happens, yeah.
one.
Because
Yeah,
that's low.
it's pretty low.
That's very
41.
low.
Low T over here, y'all. Low T. Wait, did they give me testosterone levels here? LDL. Okay, here's LDL. 108. So
That's
my
fine.
ratio
That'd
is
be fine. But your HDL is too low.
yeah.
108 would be acceptable on a carnivore diet, but that HDL needs to be up there. So I want to see what happens when you retest.
I bet it's higher. I know I've lost some
Yeah.
weight and
But your ratio's upside down. That's not good.
what's DIR LDL?
Uh,
Cancer?
direct direct LDL, none noted, reference range.
Hank?
Uh, let's see.
Weird.
What is
Protein total.
DIR LDL with a result that says
10 years ago, Alice. Just now got it down to 8.2. Nice.
okay, here's what it means. Direct LDL test measures your LDL bad, it even says it there, cholesterol directly from a blood sample rather than calculating from your total HDL, cholesterol, and triglycerides. If your lab says direct LDL, CANC, or canceled, that's what it is, it usually means the test was not performed. So it just means they didn't do it.
Ah, well, those bastards.
They probably
Betty,
considered it unnecessary because your HDL's too low.
Diane says she planted a bunch of garlic in her garden. I hope you get some big bulbs too. And Betty says I have to have my statin. Or I have synthetic blood veins, and I would be dead without them. Without it. Interesting.
Yeah, that's a different circumstance. That I could not speak to because I haven't researched it. That's a very different
Yeah.
circumstance.
And Diane had the same thing because she has a stent in her brain, and so I guess I can understand that if you have
Yeah.
foreign object or I guess
This is
like a
why
medical
when
device.
I'm actually coaching someone, I have to have several conversations because what people do is they tell you blah blah blah,
Not
and
enough.
then 5 days later they go, "Oh, by the way, I'm also on this med."
Right.
Oh, by the way, I had someone tell me this. I had my gallbladder out. I'm all, you could have told me that 3 weeks ago.
Yep. And on a different level, people will do that with their habits. They don't want to tell the doctor the truth. Like,
Yep.
yeah,
Smoke,
I'll have a drink
drink.
once in a while, doc. You're like, well, I had 8 drinks last night, but I'm not going to tell him or whatever.
I find
Like,
out weeks into conversations, I smoke, I had my gallbladder out, stuff like this. Hopefully, I'm not naming names, but the person who said that to me, no offense, but you didn't tell me soon enough. So the only reason that matters is because, and she knows because we've talked, it matters because, yes, you can be on a carnivore diet if you've had your gallbladder out. However, you need to modify in most cases. And the way we learned this was Kerry Kelly, when I threw the question at him in DM, he posted it and tagged me and
mm,
said, "Where are all my people who've had this done?" And everybody popped out with information. It was amazing. So,
that's good.
yeah, you can do it, but you got to modify usually.
When you hit that vein of no pun intended, but like where you actually hit the strike a nerve of a topic where people are like, oh yeah, yeah. Like today, it seems like everyone who is here has a lot to say about this. Everyone else is missing out. They can watch the replay. But yeah, I feel like we all have misconceptions about this, and I'm glad we're kind of going over it
Yeah.
because I forgot I could even do this.
Your mileage may vary is very important to say too. Your mileage may vary.
Pro-
Like I'm experimenting with the raw goat milk because I had to stop drinking milk a long time ago. But I
Mhm.
know that goat agrees with me better, and I finally got curious enough to get past my hesitation about raw milk. I want to see, does it agree with me better? Jury's still out.
Do you
It's
like
like
look at it when you get raw milk? Are you like trying to like? Are you looking at it in the
it made
light?
me nervous. It made
Yeah.
me nervous because I'm an autoimmune patient and I've danced around this issue long enough, and finally I was like, screw it, I'm just gonna try it. And it's like my stomach is still not real sure about it. But this may be because I haven't had milk in a very long time. Goat milk is the best choice, and honestly, for all the enzymes and stuff, raw goat milk is the best choice.
Hmm.
But there may still be an issue for me that I may not be able to actually use it. So I'm just trying it. Yeah.
Yeah, lightly give it a chance and see and report back to
It
me.
seems like small amounts is okay. So
So look at this protein total. We can get away from my
you're in
here
reference
soon.
range.
Yeah, protein. We would want more protein?
Whoops.
Yeah, let me fix this.
Where'd you go?
Oh, that's not the background one. I want one without a background. I put it right here. Boom. Okay.
Yeah.
Albumin.
Albumin, yeah.
Albumin. AST. Wait, where's
I'm
albumin?
all bumming, man.
I'm
You're
pretty
in
good there,
range. That's
I
good.
guess. AST. Hmm. Know what that is? Looks like I'm okay. I'm kind of on the low end.
It's at the low end, but it's not bad. As
What
long as
is
you're in
what's
range, they don't
AST?
care.
ALT.
ALT. It's liver.
Okay, there I
21, yeah.
guess. Billy total. What's Billy?
Bilirubin.
Who's Billy?
Bilirubin's also your liver and all of that, yeah.
Okay. Let me get a Billy Rubin
Alcohol.
sandwich.
Phos is gonna be phosphate. 78.
Alcalphos. Guess I'm good
They
there.
all look good.
Egg
EGFR 109. Did not give you a reference range.
minimum 1.7. I don't know what that means. Normal, I guess they say. Anion gap.
Anion.
Anion.
You found one I don't know. I couldn't remember. It's estimated this is always so hard to say. Glomerular. Glomerular filtration rate. It's how well your kidneys are filtering waste from your blood. This is actually an important one, that EGFR.
Hmm. It removes
So
removing waste from
90
the blood.
or higher, 90 or higher is normal kidney function if there are no other signs of kidney damage. So I'd say your kidneys are in very good shape according to that EGFR.
Oh, cool. Well, thanks. Thanks, kidneys. You guys are doing pretty good back there.
That's a good thing because you need your kidneys.
Yeah, I would
Anion
say.
gap is calculated from your electrolytes on a basic or comprehensive metabolic panel. It helps the healthcare providers assess your body's acid base balance and can provide clues about certain medical conditions, calculated on sodium chloride and bicarbonate CO2 levels. What was the number on that anion gap?
It's 7.0, and it's the reference is 5 to 15.
3 to 11 or 8 to 16, depending on the lab's methods. Yeah. But like I said, also, I mean, so it sounds like it's good. Like I said, they'll flag it if they don't like it.
Yeah, it says normal, I guess, on that one. Um, this was really bothering me, so now I'm about to fix it.
Well, I'm getting mine done again soon, so we're gonna see what it did for my A1C, which only had a slight little bump up, but I was like, we're fixing that right now. So we'll see what happens. Um,
No, I meant
I
the
don't
logo.
sit around eating
Fix the
junk,
logo.
so
I had to fix the logo, so now it has no back. It's black. I had to fix it. All right. I like it
much
right
better.
there. What do you think? It's kind of
Yep,
a nice little spot. It's a
it
cute.
works.
It was empty, and I was like, it needs something. It needs something. Needs a home there.
We designed that together, you guys. It
Yeah, definitely.
was
It's
fun.
black and yellow, black. Every time I see it, I think black and yellow, black and yellow, black. I'm not even who is it? Is it Steelers? Black and yellow? No, they're black and.
I don't
Anyway,
even
there's a
know.
team. There's some team that's black and yellow, and I don't.
My only interest in sports right now is the obvious. I don't jump on trends, but I was watching this guy before all of the memes started coming out. Just Holland. And Holland is literally kicking ass and taking names.
Are they?
This
I
guy.
haven't really been paying attention.
Erling Holland is amazing. The running joke is running, no pun intended. There's a Viking tearing up the field. He just yeah. Somebody said he threw was it Brazil off the cliff? Yeah, this was yesterday. They said threw Brazil off the cliff yesterday. It was
Wow, calling them a
people
Viking.
are like, well, now that
Everyone's
we're out of the running, are we all voting for Holland?
like,
Are we rooting
wants Holland to
for
win.
Norway now? I already was.
I mean, we should. I mean, we always point to them as like, hey, they seem to be doing it right over there. Like whatever
And
they're doing.
that 6'4" Norwegian, by the way, drinks raw goat milk and eats fatty red meat cuts
Drinks
and
raw
all of that.
eggs.
Okay. Yeah, all
Yeah,
of that.
I was thinking about
Granted,
that
he messes
scene.
on carrots constantly,
Yeah,
but
you
yeah.
ever seen a movie with Sylvester Stallone? I think it was like Cobra or something. He's like a cop or whatever, but like in the beginning, like I'll never forget the scene where he cracks some eggs
Oh, that's Rocky.
and just no. Well, he might do that there too, but I know he does it also in
Really?
it's Cobra. Maybe he does it in Rocky too, but
I don't remember
I'm,
it
I'm
from
sure. I
that.
mean,
Well,
Sylvester
Rocky
Stallone. I'm
definitely
sure
did.
he was doing it a lot because back in the '80s, that was how that's what men do. They didn't have some like 10 supplements, like drink some raw eggs,
Yeah.
and like just slug down some.
I just had some last night in my smoothie because I found some pasteurized in the shell eggs at Mitsuwa Market in
Oh,
Torrance. They finally had some again, and I went, and they were on
interesting.
a sale price, and I went, one,
What do you
two,
mean? What is
three.
this? Pasteurized in the shell?
They're safe eggs, so you can eat them raw.
I mean, can't you kind
They
of
heat
eat?
treat the outside, so there's not going to be like
So
first
that's
of all, the
the.
risk of salmonella is actually way lower than people realize.
Uh,
But these are pasteurized in the shell, so they treat the outside and
is that the only real reason that it's possibly
that
problematic to
teeny
drink?
risk of salmonella. That's
Okay,
why
that's the only
people
reason.
freak out about raw eggs. We ate
Right.
raw eggs when we were kids. We ate cookie dough.
Uh huh.
We licked the beaters from
Well, I know we
cake,
can eat
right?
raw egg, but like salmonella, you're saying is from maybe the dirty outside of the shell, not from a
Well,
possibly.
yeah.
I always thought it was like maybe the egg itself, like the liquid inside, the
Nope.
dead baby chick, uh,
No.
or whatever.
See,
um,
chickens have a cloaca, it's called, and so poop comes out of the same place.
yeah.
If you get farm fresh eggs, they haven't been washed, and so sometimes you'll see some stuff along with the
Mm-hmm.
film on it. And that protects the egg from spoilage, in fact. So, if you want to be extra clean, you take those farm fresh eggs home, you clean them up, and then you coat them with something like mineral oil, as sometimes people use. I used one time the last of the vegetable oils I was no longer eating. You coat them with rub oil
Oil.
with a paper towel. That keeps them from spoiling, and you don't need to refrigerate them in that case.
Oh, I never thought about that. Wash them and then you could coat them with something. Yeah, because my buddy gave me some eggs, and he was like, yeah, you can just leave them on your counter, just wash them off when you go to use them,
The
and
eggs
also
that I buy, the
maybe
pasture-raised ones, I don't refrigerate them anymore. Now, if I'm cooking for someone else, I will, because that's not like I'm not making that choice for them. But I do not have a problem leaving my eggs out until it gets to be 100 and oh my God degrees, of course, and the house is hot.
mhm.
That's different. Yeah.
By the way, Trent, thank you for the 50 stars, Matt, my friend. I appreciate that. Already a super pro member, you and Denise both, and you're throwing more. Appreciate it. Um, Let me get you on the wheel here for YouTube. So we're kind of getting off topic. There's like a ton more to go over, so that's not a bad thing. We got plenty to talk about. But I
It's a
am
good
interested
topic.
in getting. Well, yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people are interested in getting their own chickens and how it all works. But well, that's what I was going to bring up. I was going to say like it was always a joke as a kid, like, oh yeah, your mom pooped you out, like that was like the joke, like there was different ways of saying that joke, but like that was
With
like a
chickens,
thing.
it's true.
With chickens, it's true. Yeah, very funny. So like, do they have? Okay, this might get weird, but like, do they pee out the same hole too? Like, what do they, like? Do they?
I don't think so.
There's
I'm
like they
not
don't
sure on that. I haven't researched it.
like there is no chicken sex, I guess. Huh? Like they don't like. There's just
I
like
mean, a rooster clearly wouldn't,
yeah, like that
because the
just
rooster
seems.
has that.
He does. A rooster has some male parts.
Yeah.
So I wonder if that's a delicacy, like rooster balls, or
Um,
people they
actually,
eat that.
what was that guy? Was it Bourdain or no, there's some of these people who travel and
Mm,
eat exotic foods.
Bourdain's a big one, yeah.
So chicken cloaca, I guess we're gonna say, because that's what it is. Like they will actually, because they use every part of, they'll roast those on a stick.
Roasted cock. Wow, that's crazy.
No, it's from the female.
Oh,
It's from the female. Yeah.
so the female part they
Yeah,
roast.
because yeah.
Oh wow, this is getting even more weird. It's
Yep.
poop mixed with pee. Okay, so they just do the same thing, Diane. I see.
That's what I was wondering. I couldn't remember. Yeah.
Open. She said, open their fridge. Their eggs still have hay and chicken poop on them. I wouldn't put that in the fridge. Some people don't even wash their eggs before putting them in the fridge. Yeah, that's a different kind of thing. I mean, if it's
Yeah, I would be
possible,
careful with that.
Denise, thank you for the
Aldi
50
dropped the
stars.
price of farm-raised organic eggs to 3.55. Wow. I wish we could find that here. Although all egg prices have come down. It has improved.
Yeah, that's what happens when you kill millions of chickens,
Yep.
like multiple millions of. Alice, thank you for the 100
And they
stars.
only
Thank you
grow
very
so
much.
fast, they can only get to egg-laying age at a certain rate.
Kyle, what's up, man? You came in just in time, Kyle. We're about to talk about that rich dude who wants to become immortal. Have you guys heard this story?
Yeah. He looks terrible. Dude has an autoimmune condition. His skin looks wretched. What is going
Here
on?
it is. Here's the 2018
Yeah.
to 2025 look, and he
I
looked
saw a
like
recent picture. He don't look that good.
this. Well, yeah. So I guess that would be a year ago.
What's his name again? Brian. That's it.
Brian
Brian.
Johnson. He's got 1.6 million followers. So
Yeah, he's on
maybe we're
X.
the ones in the wrong. I don't know. Let's see. Well, it comes from my friend Apothecary. Shout out Carol. The great biohacker Backfire spends 2 million a year on his health. Injected himself with his son's plasma, thinking that would help. Takes 110 drugs and supplements daily. Botox and fillers. Vegan. Avoids the sun. Thinks this will keep him alive forever. Has 30 plus doctors. Now has an incurable autoimmune disease. Good role model for Frankenfix gone bad. What do you think?
Does
Okay,
it
so
say
let's see.
which one? I just know he's autoimmune, but I don't know what.
Well, I'm going to see what it says here. From Brian himself, it says, I'm going to try and achieve immortality by 2039. 1 year of time passes and I remain the same biological age. I invite you to join me. The search. Why are you inviting people? The search for the fountain of youth is the oldest story ever told. It's been the dream of dreamers for millennia, but always painfully out of reach. For the first time in the history of life on Earth, in just the past 24 months, the window has opened for a conscious being to realistically strive for this goal. It is an absolutely insane moment. We currently do
Hmm.
not know how 2039 immortality will be achieved. There are new promising therapies that can turn back the clock decades, but they're buggy. Sometimes they mistakenly cause cancer. We got to fix that.
Yeah,
But
he's on a plant-based diet. That's what I thought.
yeah, it said he's vegan. But we know immortality is possible because nature has already solved it. This isn't a physics problem like trying to travel faster than the speed of light. It's a biological engineering problem that evolution has cracked multiple times. The freshwater hydra consistently regenerates its own cells and doesn't succumb to senescence. Yeah, like when you're like a cannibal. It is effectively ageless. The immortal jellyfish,
Senescence, okay. Yeah.
yeah, Teratopsis, wow, can revert its cells back to a youthful state and restart its life cycle indefinitely. Lobsters produce an especially active form of an enzyme called uh, telomeresis that preserves their telomeres and keeps their DNA from degrading as they age.
Telomeres. I have
Tel-
a book called The Telomere Effect that actually is valid.
yeah, I've heard that before.
Length of
Telomeres.
them matters. They get shorter as we get older. It's important.
We need to port the software to humans, it says. 239 is a reasonable target because of the accelerated AI driven rate of innovation. AI is morphing from assistants to scientists, from assistant to scientist. It is powering current researchers with previously unimagined capabilities to enhance discovery and develop. Blah 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 blah
So the
blah blah blah.
problem is this. This is going to
Oh
attack some people's ideas. I mean, sure, there he looks better, but I've seen some pictures that it was dubious. But the problem is they are calling the way that he eats a Mediterranean style. They added that to be careful,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
or whole food plant forward diet. Okay.
Plant forward.
So let's talk about what Mediterranean diet is because there is a misconception. Now, in the United States, when we say Mediterranean, we're talking about these grains like lentils. We're talking about rice and grape leaves and the olive oil and all that. It's a lot of plants. If you were to go to those countries, it's been brought up that a true Mediterranean diet was like lamb, fatty lamb, with a lot of your um, CLA. CLA is very high in lamb. Um, it's
Bah.
thick meats. Okay, so beef, lamb, all of that, butter, the whole fat dairy, the cheeses, all of that. They lean very hard into that. That's a true Mediterranean diet. Nothing resembling what they call it here.
Yeah, you can't. Vegan is not a natural diet that any like. There might be some tribes. I don't know. Or have they found any tribes that are like vegan only?
No, you always have to supplement. I'm sorry, but vegan, you have to and I know so many people who went down that road, ended up sick, and backpedaled and landed in the carnivore community trying to fix it. So even as a vegetarian, and I was what they call ovo-lacto, I was still eating eggs and specific types of dairy, obviously.
Hmm.
Even doing that, I still had to supplement. And this wasn't even getting into the problem of I'm not getting enough protein to build muscle at that
Right.
point, because I wasn't. And people are like, "Oh, you just have to eat more protein from plants." Am I
So
eating all day?
so I am with you on this, but I actually had to kind of eat my words the other day because my son, he argues with me about just only eating vegetables, and I looked it up. There are actually there's somebody that keeps track of it. Obviously, the people who want to champion the cause. There are several world class athletes who are vegan,
A lot of
which
that's been
I was
busted.
surprised. Say again. That's
I mean,
being
like the bodybuilders.
probably not bodybuilders. I would assume not,
Did
but
you see Game Changers? That's what I'm talking about.
mm-mm.
So a lot of that's been debunked.
Debunked. I see. This was a
Yeah.
search I did on Grok, I think, the other day while I was driving, and I was like, wow, okay, so there are, and I guess supposedly and this is again from the same search, the oldest living, or the oldest, or the person that has lived the longest with veganism. There was a lady, I think, that lived 90 years and never and was vegan her whole life, but that sounds fake too. I don't know.
But, I would go back to saying, what supplements were you taking?
Right.
And, what was your
You
result and how much muscle did you have? How active did you stay? Were you on any meds? Did anything go wrong with it at all? What do your labs look like? See, we don't know any of that because they just say, oh, I lived to this age being this. And they don't tell you how they accomplished it.
That was like the record, but yeah, you don't really know much more. Like, do they count insects as being vegan? Like, can they eat bugs? Because
No,
that's
they
a lot of
don't.
protein. Okay.
No, you can't. Yeah. It,
Hmm.
and in fact, if you're strict vegan, you can't eat eggs, you can't eat
Right.
dairy,
Right.
even though something didn't die for the milk, you can't eat that. Some of them are so strict they won't even eat honey.
And they
And
have
there are benefits to
argued with
honey,
me. Well, for sure. Like, and they've argued with me. Well, and it's about the exploitation of the bee.
yep,
It's not necessarily about whether the
which
bee
is why
gets
they won't even wear leather shoes,
right. And
belts.
and
Yeah,
they've argued with me that that it's been debunked that you kill more animals and more ecosystems to clear land to grow monocrops of
it has not been
you know
debunked. That's
that's what
accurate.
they want to say, but I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure that's a yeah, it's a fact. Like if
yeah,
because
it
a lot of
is.
them will still say, and I pop into this one on YouTube once in a while, that they're just going off on people and everyone, and there's people on both sides in the chat, and they will say things like, oh, I don't want to eat anything, with the face or the soul or with this and this and this, and I'm just like, there is
You drive a
legitimate
car.
research to show that plants are sentient. Like
Yep.
there's pretty legitimate research to show like they may not be able to talk or move like we do, but they do adjust like we do. Like they
Yeah.
actually will make conscious decisions basically almost.
You know what? And on that note, see, I'm trained in my tribal medicine. We're taught formulas. We're taught to speak to when you go to collect. First of all, you have to have more than 3 plants. If there's not 4, you're not taking any of it. But you're to speak to that plant and let it know I need this, and wait a moment, and there's an offering made because you're waiting for the life spirit of that plant to leave that part
Hmm,
so that you're not harming
interesting.
it. So, I mean, we're very conscious in the native community of something being, there's a life force there. We know that. And it's less common to take, for example, the root of a plant, and that in particular, like if you're going to take a whole plant because you need that root, then yeah, there needs to be at least 4 there. And that keeps you from depleting what is out there in the wild. But yeah, I mean, they've recorded all this, they know this. Here's the final answer to anyone who thinks that they are avoiding killing to survive. It is not possible.
Hmm.
Every living creature, from the largest mammal, uh, cows that ruminate, humans, our pets, down to viruses and bacteria, every living entity on this planet only survives through the death of something else.
Do you
There
think
is no life without death.
do you think that like vultures have it right? Like they only eat things after they died. Like they're the most humane
Well, some of them
animal.
actually will even go
Make
after stuff
kills.
that's alive, but
You would think,
they
yeah.
can, they will, but yeah.
Hmm.
They're
Well, then never
nature's
mind.
cleanup crew.
I retract it. But
Yeah,
like, yeah, there's
but they're nature's cleanup crew. They're there for a reason.
but they have to
They
eat
help prevent
living,
disease.
just like microbes and stuff. Like they have to eat living or living stuff, or not
I don't know if they have
not
to, but
living,
they
but like
will.
stuff that has lived. Like you can't eat it.
Yes, exactly.
Like
Yeah. It's
minerals,
still
yes, we can
only
still
existing
ingest
because
minerals.
something died.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the way to put
And
it.
vegans, and look, I'm not trying to, if anybody's watching and they're a vegan, I'm not taking a swing at you. I will tell you what's on your plate is your business. And more power to you if you're a disciplined individual. Your choice is good. I was a vegetarian myself for 6 years. I
Mhm.
was fighting for quality of life, right? So everybody has to make their own decisions. But a lot of vegans, not all of them, a lot of vegans get very upset when you say that because they want to come up with an argument to it. And it's like, no, all living
Have a good day.
entities can only survive because of the death of something else.
See you
We
later,
we
Denise.
everybody's got to eat, right?
Yep, everybody's got to eat. Denise, thank you again for the stars. I really appreciate it. Chris, video did kill the radio star. Okay, Chris, out of nowhere, man.
See?
uh, nah, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
It's that's just the nature of life, and so the sooner you make peace with that the better, because I mean, you can get so wound up and stressed about it. Like I believe in reducing unnecessary harm. I do. Like it should have been like I am 100% opposed to trophy hunting. I have been my entire life. Trophy hunting should not happen. You hunt for sustenance only. That's my bottom line on that. But also, get this. I'm also opposed to catch and release fishing.
Really,
People don't expect to hear that.
what's the reasoning behind that?
You are putting a hole in that animal. It hurts them. And
Yeah.
yes, it does
Okay.
harm them. And yes, there is a percentage that die as a result.
And not only that, but that's a hell of a wrench. Like you were saying how them changing up your routine the other like in the office or whatever. The fish gets taken out of its entire world and is going, what the where the what am I doing here?
You've
And then
overtaxed
you know
it. You've stressed it out. You've damaged it. You kept it from its normal routine. You've depleted whatever calories it may have had stored. It's to me
it's
that's just
friends.
wretched. If you're gonna
it's,
stick a hook in it and drag it out of the water, eat it.
it's friends.
Otherwise, leave it alone.
It's friends. His
Yeah,
fish friends are like, that's Phil. He was abducted by
say that.
aliens. He was abducted by aliens. We watched it
These
happen.
big things in the sky.
These
Yeah.
beings came down.
See, people
Yeah.
don't expect to hear that because they're like, "Oh, catch and release, it's kind, you're not killing it." No, you are killing some of them, and you're hurting all of them. There is no harmless catch and release unless you're hooking it in a net, which is just stupid. Nobody does that. But even then, you can damage that coating on their scales and stuff. Just don't do it. If you're gonna catch it, eat it.
I agree. All right, let me tell everybody what's up here. We're gonna do the subscriber spin for today, and it looks like Cat Reed got in at number 15, and we have EPX Genetics Andrew in at number 16. So let me shuffle it up, and I want to know if you hear the music when it comes out from this, because I don't know if it will
Probably
or not.
won't.
Not really sure how it's because I'm sharing it in differently through OBS. It's a whole thing. Um, all right, here we go. Let's see who wins. Oh, it's Christmas time. You hear that?
Nope.
No?
So
Well,
weird.
I hear
Other than
Christmas music. Is everybody ready for Christmas?
it's too early.
I
We
tell
haven't
you
even
what,
hit peak summer temperatures yet.
I think I might be though. I'm joking, but not at the same time because I think I might start getting some things for Christmas way early this year. Because it's like I can't imagine the relief that I would feel in December if everything was already done. Oh, can you see me? I'm about to reload my screen.
I have in the past actually seen Christmas stuff put out in a store in July. It's stupid. Like we do Halloween first, please?
Christmas in July. Some people do a Christmas in July on purpose because then in December they're like, snow bunnies away somewhere else. Did anyone hear the music, you guys? Did anyone in the chat? Did you hear that?
Probably everyone but me can hear it.
I don't know if anyone could because honestly, the sharing it in through the screen probably doesn't work. Some people said yesterday they could, but I don't know if maybe you're just hearing a little bit from my headphone going to the mic. I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. That was oh shoot, I wasn't paying attention. Who just won? Well, one number 12 were both gone. Was it three? I think it was number three. Yeah, I don't see three on here. So it was number three. Look at that. I can do math. I can figure it out. Number three was bop 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 Rose. Congratulations, Miss Rose. You won a coupon. Indoor Pharma coupon. All right, back to the list here. So I've got a couple things. I don't know if we played this. I'm going to check this out real quick. About. Oh yeah, okay. I don't think we did. It's from. This is on Facebook. Inspira Nutrition.
This
Sounds
is the
suspicious.
Aztec secret.
I'm sorry.
Sounds suspicious.
Right. Of course, he's selling a product, but I like the beginning part of this because there is something to using these, trying to find older techniques that we can modernize. And this, he talks about the Aztecs' secret, like method of doing things. Here we go.
For mastering society and travel.
They call it tequilitol. Harvested fresh, more protein than steak, more antioxidants than any berry. But the spirulina sold to you today, heat dried, oxidized.
Tequilitol. Ever heard of it?
Spirulina. Nope.
It's spirulina. That's the company.
No, that's the ingredient.
He said quilitol or something like that.
Spirulina, it's like all that stuff, chlorella, blue-green algae, all that. It's not what you think.
I don't know what to think. Tell me.
So it ramps up immune activity. And
Oh.
we've had decades of boost your immune response, boost it, boost it, boost it, right? Like I have a friend who almost died because of that.
From boosting it
So
too much?
he began, yeah, that's
Huh.
what triggered his autoimmune
Hi,
condition.
Brittany.
We almost lost him.
Interesting.
And I did it to myself too. I used to take echinacea when I was younger because they always told me that my immune system was weak.
Boost it. Yeah, I've heard that a lot too. It's like boost your immune system, boost your immune system. So it can be boosted too much, you're saying?
Yeah. You'll trigger, like we're told with autoimmune disease, don't use spirulina, chlorella, in some cases not even royal jelly, shiitake, maitake, reishi mushrooms, golden seal,
Use
echinacea.
those?
It's a long list.
To not use them because of what now? Because because
It
of
boosts your immune activity. It'll trigger a flare.
if you have what? I missed that part.
Autoimmune.
Any autoimmune issues?
Yeah. And a flare always means potential for organ damage if you don't get it under control. There's always the possibility.
Really? So I've heard, the carnivore diet, evidently, anecdotally at least, has reduced a lot of people's autoimmune reactions, right? So I wonder if that's also reduced the immune response problem. Like maybe I wonder if that's something that you could
The
do
overactivity comes down. Yeah. Like, okay, so you've seen with lupus awareness, you'll see a butterfly as our awareness symbol, and it's because we get what's called a malar rash. This is the area. Malar is the bridge of the nose and the cheeks, and it'll be shaped like a butterfly or the markings on a wolf's face. That's actually where the name of the disease comes from, because the markings of a wolf's face look like that. So I'm not getting malar rashes anywhere. This is specific to lupus. There's no other disease that causes this exact rash. And I'm not having them anymore.
Is that why they named it lupus?
Yeah.
Lupine, lupus.
That's a little known fact because they'll say, "Oh, it's because of this is specific to discoid." They'll say It's because the pain was like a wolf's bite, and the lesions and stuff. That's not why. That's the popular story on the web, but it's because this looks like the markings on a wolf's face. They
Yeah,
thought we
yeah,
were
yeah.
werewolves.
Huh.
They thought we were. I have silver bullet charms that I wear for awareness.
When was it discovered?
Long time ago. Long time
So
ago.
back when people were a little hairier, people were a little
Generations.
bit more,
Yeah.
unkempt out in the wilderness. The guy kind
Yeah.
of rolls in from the woods and in the middle of the night. And anyway, so
He's
so
a werewolf.
so this is some kind of algae or whatever, like you're saying that they some kind of harvest or whatever.
To 60% of its bioactive compounds destroyed before you ever swallow it. We harvest it, peak, and flash freeze within minutes. No heat, no oxidation, nothing damaged. The original performance food 5 centuries later.
This was the
Performance food. So he doesn't really push a hard sell here, but um, it doesn't even like so you'd have to go to I guess their page, vitamin supplements, blah blah blah. That doesn't seem like a supplement though. That seems like a food, like a superfood or something.
It's a supplement.
Just algae though, right?
Let me get the actual definition.
Just like green
First,
algae
we'll check
paste.
chlorella because it's actually not exactly. So, chlorella itself is a single celled green freshwater algae. And so people are using it because, it's got protein, fiber, vitamins, omega 3s, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll say people take it for general nutrition, immune support. So it says support, but what it means is it's ramping up that response, several different things. And lowering cholesterol.
Mm,
There we
in
are
ge-
again.
right.
Just like red yeast rice. You're loading the gun.
Everyone thinks they have high cholesterol, but really it's a balance that we're having problems with. But yeah, interesting. I think I've got that down in my head now. This next one though is kind of a little funny. I've got a few that I really want to show you, so I'm going to try to maybe rapid fire a couple of these here. This next one's kind of funny, but it seems like it's something I want to try. It's a tool that will help you with reduce all the vibration and issue that we have when we're.
Very unique. He's put a spring in the hammer. Okay, so what's happening right now, Ryan? Can you explain it? Use the other hammer now.
Yes.
Use the other hammer.
Using this hammer.
So this actually reduces the vibration. It increases the force because as the spring is compressed, it increases the force. And then grab the wood. Do the wood once, Ryan. Hit the wood once. So as he's hitting the wood, it's actually helping lift it back up. Now hit it with the other hammer for me, Ryan, will you? And to make sure you guys didn't think that this guy was pulling his punches with this hammer, I tried it out. And it worked amazingly well. It's the same technology as in this hammer system.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Huh.
I didn't watch it all the way.
Takes the fatigue off the wrist, and actually rebounds and brings the tool back up to you.
The first
Inertia.
of all, it make a friction line. And then the second, the coil spin expand. So you split in it. Just one moment. So that
That's very powerful.
Interesting.
That's a very powerful.
Dentot shock absorbing hammer in action.
So I'll just pause it on that.
It's interesting. It's an interesting design.
Yeah, I mean, think about it, and it has like you might think, well, why are we looking at tools? Well, this has a lot of interesting. I was going to say ramifications, but interesting possibilities. There's another word I can't think of right now, but the thought that people that maybe can't handle that big heavy axe or that big heavy hammer, can maybe handle this thing.
Possibility.
Like this could help people that don't have that as much strength as maybe the next person, and they can cut wood and they can use a hammer, like things that are pretty basic. And that technology that could be used in a lot of things. Really, anything that needs some pushing or sort of force happening in any way that could be helpful for elderly or anybody that is you know lower strength issues or whatever the issue is. But besides that, it looks badass. I'm just gonna say,
Yeah.
like, it looks awesome. It also though makes you think, like, I wonder how long it lasts. Like, it seems heavy duty, but those are pieces that come apart. Like, you see there's a big nut there that you can
Moving
pull.
parts can
Yeah,
break. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, it wouldn't be as heavy duty as just a cast hammer, but anyway. So we can move on. But I thought that was kind of a cool invention that could help people, and not just look cool, but actually help people. Oh, we don't need that music, but check this out, cat lovers. Look at that, baby. They climb in there to do
My
their
cats would be
business.
like, hell no.
You don't think they would walk? They would use it to go to the litter box?
You know what? I had to take the swinging door off the covered litter pans because they would like they'd look at it, maybe put their and then they'd start trying to pull it open.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Well, I
don't
mean, they'd
like
have
it.
to take some time to get used to it, but or maybe as kittens do this. But this is I want to do this for dog. Like, I want to find a way to make dogs do this. Like, climb in. Like, look at that. Just over time, it brushes them
I'm
for
calling
you.
fakery on how much was on there.
Well, maybe
How long did they take to clean it? I don't
I
know.
I don't know. I mean, this is called the Paw Swing, or Paw Swing is the company. I'm not sure. Paw Swing High. Use the code. So no way is a cat gonna go in there voluntarily. That's what
See?
Philip said.
Cat's gonna be like, "Why are you shoving me in this thing?"
I get it. Most cats are pretty cautious of new spaces at first. You can leave it in their usual spot for a few days to let them get used to the smell and shape first. Toss in some treats or their favorite toy, and most curious kitties will eventually check it out. Hmm. That's what they said back. Yes, once only. They'll check it out once only.
And then they'll be like, "What the heck?"
My cat won't even use a box with a cat liner because he's a little chicken baby. So when I had a cat, I ended up changing his litter box to this box that had a hole in the top with this bit like a bigger cover, and he could
I don't
get
wanna
down
try one
inside
of
of it.
those, yeah.
And he liked it. He didn't have any problem with that.
Less
My cat,
tracking, you know? That's what it's supposed to do.
Philip Coates.
No,
I
I
have
just don't believe
19
how big those
cats.
clumps are.
Dude, this is funny. Margaret says, or Margaret, this not Margaret in our chat. Philip Coates, she's responding to that guy who said they wouldn't go in it. I have 19 cats, and they all go in it for fun. Even the nakeds. LOL. What's a nakeds? The NA kids? Even the kids, maybe? I don't know. Weird. I think cats would do it. You just have to leave it around them long enough to get used to it. And like they might like it. It gives them a little
Well,
scratch.
then, that fur right there, if that's easily accessible like it looks like right there, mine are gonna start playing with it and eating it. I've got
Maybe
2 cats that have pica, so
maybe hold on. Let's see. Let's watch it one last time. Because okay, right here. Maybe that part isn't actually accessible to them. That's maybe you pull that off. Maybe
hopefully
that's like
there's a
an inner,
cover.
like a middle piece or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe there's a cover. Because, yeah, mine are gonna be like, "Toy," and then they're gonna get it in their mouth, and then they're gonna swallow it. Now we've got the same problem we would've had in the first
Yeah.
place.
No, I don't
Maybe
think.
worse.
I really don't think that's accessible. It says it mimics the mother cat's lick. Interesting. Like, I
Oh
don't know,
my
man. I really think that'd be cool if I could get my husky to walk through something like that over and over again.
Excuse the yawn. I am extra
It's
tired
okay.
today. I
Me
was
too.
up too late, and then I had to get up early because my PT appointment was at 7 a.m.
Yesterday I woke up at 4:44 in the morning. Lord, I know I see you.
That
Uh,
should be my norm.
and yeah, no, it was not my norm. I was like 4 hours early. I was like, what am I doing? Just couldn't sleep. All right, this next one's another
I
little
set 3
invention.
alarms. I was so scared I would miss my appointment.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you hear all three before getting up?
I heard one, and I was looking at stuff on my phone, and I caught myself going, and I went, "Nope, nope, get up, get up."
Can't do it. Can't.
Yeah.
All right, check this next thing out. It's a 15-second video. Autonomia, or no, autonomia on Facebook.
Autonomy. Yeah.
I don't know if we even need to watch much of it because this guy I think isn't speaking English if I'm not mistaken. Let's see.
Battery.
Yeah, so we don't need to hear it. He's just
Infinite power. Infinite battery.
yeah, but
Okay.
no, like a lot of people argue like you're
It's a lie.
it's a wash. Like you're pushing the engine in the car harder to get those to spin, and it's gonna drain or not charge. Like, yeah, it doesn't work like that. It's just funny. This guy skipped physics 101. Like, there's a whole
Sounds like
bunch.
sounds like something my brother would say when he sees this stuff. We've talked about that before.
And this says even if it would work, you can't even charge an EV through the charger port while driving.
That's true.
I've never had one, but yeah, that makes sense. It probably has a bunch of safety features.
This might be a day for a third cup of coffee. It's that bad.
Maybe
I'm so tired.
might want to do that. It's a good point.
Ah,
If
I don't
you
do it very often.
had a tailwind that's faster than your forward speed, it could work barely. Yeah, but not unless you just like ruin the warranty on your EV or the whatever the protection is on it.
Yep.
This next one's a good idea. We can hit it quickly. We've talked about a few different methods of keeping ticks off of us, but I've seen this one before. I just want to remind people it's a good idea, especially going hiking in the woods and such. You put tape on your ankles back, like inside out, like the tape is facing outward, or the sticky part is facing outward.
Yeah.
It's a pretty common
That's
thing,
actually yeah,
but it's something that
that's a recommended.
it's worth
If
reminding people.
if I go to this event and I go hiking, um, I'll probably do that because I don't know what the tick situation is in Massachusetts. I've never been there. And that scares
Massachusetts.
me. Yeah. And I'm carnivore. I can't risk that.
Yeah,
You know what it would do to me if I couldn't eat red meat all of a sudden right now? Oh my God. All
it
my
would be
hard work
really weird. Yeah,
gone.
it would be weird and frustrating, and it would be just annoying. I know some can eat
Yeah.
like eggs still and some other things, and they've tried to like figure out
Some
ways to
people can't
fix
even
it.
eat butter when that happens.
Yeah,
So it would take me a
Lone Star
year
tick,
to recover. I'm not risking that, yeah.
the Lone Star
I'll
tick.
stop at
It's a
Walmart
big
and
thing,
buy
you
DEEP
guys.
and duct tape and
A lot of people want to go fishing and stuff like that. You guys do something to protect yourself this year, especially like maybe
and
you're not.
body check, man. The second you're out of that
Yes,
environment, body check everything.
every
Like check
crack
your
and
hair,
crevice
right?
up
Check your
inside that.
hair. Yeah.
Just dip your finger up inside there. No, I'm just kidding. Feel
Dang.
like
Hey
I mean,
now.
like up in the armpits and behind the knee kind of places, like you know what I mean.
And what sucks is they'll go after you, even the little tiny ones. Like I camped in a place called Merchant's Mill Pond in the very northeast corner of North Carolina one time, almost into Virginia. I have never seen so many ticks in all my life. The place was infested.
Mm,
Every move I made. So when I would take my boots off late in the day to take a shower, I was in there with that concrete floor with the boot, banging it on the floor. Just and watching these little things fall out, I was like, this place is disgusting. It's beautiful there, but it was loaded with ticks. Yeah.
Tick
And they
City.
didn't care about the spray, by the way. They didn't care.
Tala, let me ask you a question. Have you ever wanted to feel like yourself again naturally? We're
Every
gonna
day.
saved from Dr. Royals, right? I think this is the same guy, but a different. Let me see this.
I need to publicly apologize
Sound therapy. We talked about frequencies before, but I just thought this part was cool.
to anyone who's ever bought the Calminity biohealing frequency system because we lied. Yes, Calminity generates
This guy, I'm telling you what, he looks like he's AI.
pure electromagnetic
Could
frequencies
be.
from 0.1 hertz to 100,000 hertz. Yes, it works for chronic pain, sleep issues, and destroys parasites. Yes, 728 hertz paralyzes parasites in minutes. Yes, 528 hertz repairs DNA at the cellular level. 174 hertz eases deep pain, and 7.83 hertz grounds you back to Earth's natural frequency. And yes,
Do you think this is true? These frequencies? I feel like
I
everybody
looked it
should
up
have one of
before,
these.
and it's like, there's a difference between, for example, something in a petri dish and something in the human body. And so you may play that frequency and look at a bunch of bugs and go, hey, look, it paralyzed them. But in the body, it's unrealistic. Yeah.
Using that, like listening to it. Rose, that's crazy. You had a tick on your dog's tailbone. Careful.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah, there's so many, like, I don't know. There's more and more
New
stuff
York,
coming
yeah.
out about it. I mean, there is some. I think there is some validity to sound therapy. I just don't think it does all this stuff
Doesn't do
that
all
they.
that though, yeah.
Yeah, it
Oh,
doesn't.
there's definitely validity. For one thing, like what do they call it? Binaural music, where you place the phone here and it's doing this. So you're listening to it go back and forth. The first time I experimented with it, I sat down and said, "Okay, let's see what this does," and I closed my eyes, and naturally, I had an EMDR response.
Hmm.
My eyes were following, tracking. It just automatically did that, tracking with the sound. I was like, "What just happened?" I was like, "That's cool," because it's
Hmm.
supposed to kind of quiet the noise with ADHD and stuff like that, and it does. So it
You know what
calms your
else
nerves and
does?
stuff.
This
What?
right here. It helps calm all the voices.
Easy now.
It helps calm all the voices. I'm just saying, all those extra thought processes going
It's
on all
true.
the
It's true. It's funny. Like a few days ago, I was all wound up. I was upset trying to get the printer working, all kinds of stuff because I'm selling on eBay. I got to be able to print labels. I'm just gonna go to UPS because I can't get it to work. Jim didn't have time to make it work from my phone or my laptop. He's all, well, it worked on my laptop. I'm like, that doesn't help
time.
me. You're not the seller, right? So I literally, like, that was the straw that broke the camel's back. I was in tears. Like, and I contacted my buddy. I'm like, I can't get this thing working. And he goes, okay, relax. I'm all,
I can't.
okay. He's like, everything you've been through, everything you've survived, and this is what does it. A printer? He's all, no. I'm like, okay, but I need this working and I can't get it working, I was just so upset because it was just that one last little thing.
Hmm.
And I realized, okay, so I was off my 5-HTP completely for a few days. That'll do it. So I'm
Hmm.
still not where I can give that up. So that supplement, I need at least 50 milligrams at night. Got it. I'm back on that. I'm leveled out. But also, I realized I haven't needed my gummies for pain management, which also means I'm not getting that relaxation in my nervous system from it. So I kind of thought about taking a small dose just to dial everything down, but I wanted to kind of walk through it without that in my system and just learn to manage it without that. So I didn't. I didn't use it. Doesn't mean I never will, but I just kind of wanted to be able to get it under control without that. Wasn't easy.
I totally get it. I totally get it. I'd like to as well, but when I don't, I feel like everything is just gray, and
Yeah.
I just feel like, well, that's a longer discussion, but yeah, I went through the bad times,
Yeah.
and just I
It can
don't.
feel
I'm not.
overwhelming.
I'm not in the bad times anymore, which is a great feeling. But I still,
Same.
Mary Jane saved my life, and and I found a way to function with it. But I think everybody out there needs to find a way to function, whether that is whatever you're doing, whatever your vices are, whatever your mistakes are. You have to be able to push forward and function and do something that maybe it's the smallest thing, but do something more for yourself than take back a little bit of that self control on something.
This is the one that I take now. It's Jarrow formulas, the same as my methylated B12 and folate.
Jarrow
And
formula.
yeah, Jarrow, Jarrow.
Mm-hmm.
And this is 50 milligrams, 5-HTP. Huge caveat, I always have to do this because every time I talk about this, I gotta like protect people from the lack of knowledge out there. Don't
Sure.
do this. If you are on an antidepressant medication, do not do this. Under any circumstances, don't. If you're on an antidepressant and you decide you want to come off of it, keep it totally separate. Make sure that it's totally out of your system, like a month or something, you know? Yeah.
What's
This
the
without that.
what's the worry there?
Serotonin, it's a serotonin precursor. So
Oh,
this will boost your available serotonin. Serotonin syndrome, when there's too much, is actually dangerous. So that's why I always tell people,
really?
yeah.
You
If
just
you're not
take some
taking that many meds a
MDMA
month,
and you dump it all at once. It's all gone.
let's take something else to fix the other thing. Yeah.
They are experimenting with MDMA and psilocybin for PTSD, and I'm like, can't we
Yep.
just whoa? Can't we just work on the cannabis first? Like everybody,
Yeah.
like why do all
How
that
do they
stuff
always
when we
avoid that?
already, like yeah, like they skip past the one thing that is more plant based, more natural, and then well, I guess psilocybin is natural, but still, like just that's yeah, it's a long conversation, but like it's just crazy that the VA is like experimenting with this and that and everything. Like, well, can't we just wait until the
Step
country is
back.
settled on the one thing? Like, we're not even close to settled on
The most innocuous
yeah,
one.
the one that's been around longer than our country times 10. It's like the other two might have been around a long time, but in not the same
I
form.
think Dolly, that's Rose, right? Your name Rose?
Yes.
Is that right?
Hmm.
Okay, Rose. Um, so this is 5-HTP. It stands for hydroxytryptophan. This is more bioavailable than L-tryptophan, the amino acid. So that's why there's a huge caveat. But I also wouldn't recommend someone take L-tryptophan if they're on an antidepressant med, because
Hmm.
you're whatever you're doing, you're boosting the serotonin, and it can be imbalanced too far so easily. See, with a medication, they're measuring the amount, and you're probably doing regular lab work to make sure. But I'm very much opposed to those type of meds too. Xanax, Paxil, all of that. There are huge risks. So this is the natural route. When it was suggested to me 2 decades ago, more, uh, wow, 3 decades ago, excuse me, when it was suggested to me, well, maybe an antidepressant, something to deal with the anxiety, because I was very dysfunctional. I said no. I am the all natural girl, and my doctor goes, I have a suggestion. So when she brought this up, I said, what's that? Well, I had taken L-tryptophan until they had that one bad batch from China, yanked it all from the shelves.
Hmm.
That's 4 decades ago. And she goes, oh, you can get that again, but it's not as bioavailable. But this was prescription in Europe for a long time.
Hmm.
And then they brought it here, and it was prescription initially, and then pretty quickly went OTC. So
Wow.
I was actually prescribed 5-HTP, but I found that it was available OTC.
Without
Yeah,
prescription. Interesting.
yeah.
So, hey, cheers, Kyle. Come on back. Hashtag WGW. Who's out there? Who's watching right now? We got 31 in the house. Hit the like button. Let me see it in the chat. Hashtag WGW. We got about 10 minutes. I got a couple more stories here that I definitely wanted to get to. I want to get to all of them, actually. There's some pretty good ones. But this next one here comes from Echo Water, the ultimate hydrogen water bottle. It looks pretty cool. Let's see what you think. Can't play that. So it's in the car, and it's electronic. It's cleaning the water. It's like it's oxygenating the water. I think is what's happening.
Yeah.
Add molecular hydrogen.
Yeah, it's
H2O is
hydrogen.
bonded
It
to
doesn't.
oxygen.
I mean, what is water?
That's what I thought. It's like, isn't there already? Well, it's not. There's not always
H2O.
oxygen in it,
Yeah, there's always hydrogen.
but there isn't always
It's a gimmick.
as much oxygen. I guess maybe it's like really, oxygenating it. Just a gimmick, you think? I wonder what
There's
something
no
like that
evidence
would
that it
cost.
does anything for you, though.
So you're not getting more oxygen into your bloodstream somehow by doing this? Hmm. Let's see.
Somebody's making bank off it, though.
Only 10 likes and 10 comments. Good lord, just junk science is is getting stupid. Can you add some essential oils, a little alkaline water, and maybe a peptide or two? That will
Just
make
drink
it the perfect cure.
water, alkaline once in a while if you need it, and get your electrolytes in there if it's a hot day. That's really it. That's all you need. Put a little lemon in your water, that helps.
So it creates hydrogen gas. Sick.
So weird. Like I said, somebody's making money off these things.
It doesn't create hydrogen gas. It separates water into hydrogen and oxygen gas. Oxygen
Congrats
is
on that, by the way, Rose, because I mean, I know you said it's a long time ago, but that's awesome because I mean, everybody I know who's been on those type of meds, they've struggled with it. They want off. They have trouble getting off of it. Yeah. And in truth, it doesn't make things better. It makes everything flat and bland. And like I knew someone who um, was bipolar who chose to stay unmedicated. He was an artist,
mm,
and he said, "When I take those meds, I can't create, I can't write, I can't do anything because I don't feel anything. Everything is flat." So he was managing without it.
Kyle, you're on your lunch break. What are you eating? He's on his lunch break having a bowl with us. Um, yeah, it looks fun, but it doesn't seem like it's a. It's like, I wonder what something like that costs.
I'm sure it's not cheap. And I'm sure there's a cheaper knockoff from China.
Well, I know
That
there's
one could
definitely
be from
some.
China.
Well, there's some like water bottles that filter water too, which I think are pretty fun. But they're just
Filters can be filters can be a good thing. I don't drink tap water.
so this does not oxygenate the water, at least from what I was reading. It takes the oxygen out of the water.
It's hydrogen that yeah. My brother and I were
Fuel
talking
your
about that the other day.
cells. You gotta
Give me
fuel your cells, Tala. You gotta fuel your cells
I do with steak.
with fuel. Yes. Okay. All right. How do we get out of here?
Steak and electrolytes.
Okay, okay, lab created dairy. Oh my gosh. Lab created dairy is
Oh God.
approved by the FDA for sale in the US. And if you shop at stores like Target, Sprouts, or Kroger, you may already be consuming it unknowingly, unless you're carefully reading labels on all cheese, ice cream, or milk products that you buy. I don't know how much this is true. Clear, of course, you guys, it's a meme, but it's coming from the Pharmacy Real. Pharmacy Real. Um, in the U.S. Why is this in my face? In the U.S., lab created dairy is approved for commercial sale. This was done yesterday at 12:30 through the FDA, so we can look that up pretty easily. The rest of it is maybe some opinion.
Yes,
Environmental.
there are lab created dairy products on US shelves, but they are not lab grown milk in the sense of growing an entire cow milk substitute from animal cells. They are usually called precision fermented dairy or animal free dairy.
Hmm.
Scientists use microorganisms such as yeast that have been programmed to produce specific dairy proteins. The proteins, such as whey protein, are then purified and used to make foods that can have the same dairy proteins found in cow's milk. No cow is milked, but the final proteins are molecularly similar to
Similar. I
traditional
love
dairy
similar.
proteins.
Ah,
So,
yes.
examples of what's on the shelf: Brave Robot. That's one name. It's an ice cream made with animal free dairy proteins from Perfect Day. It has been sold in U.S. grocery stores. Modern Kitchen, a cream cheese product using precision fermented dairy proteins, was launched in the U.S. market. So, a few things to know. This is the weird part. These products may still contain milk proteins. So, what's the point here? So, they are not necessarily safe for people with milk
Like
allergy.
like a combination, or I don't know.
They're generally lactose free because lactose is not produced in the fermentation process. They are different from plant milks, etc., etc.
Milk and
You know
yeast.
what?
Little
Look,
yeast molecules. They're
I
milking
have
little.
difficulty with A1 protein. The reason I'm experimenting with the raw goat's milk is because goats eat grass. They're A2, like grass-fed cattle. So the A2 is important. Um, but that's not the only thing, and that's why the raw milk, because there's all kinds of enzymes and organisms that you actually need that actually handle any problems that you might have. So pasteurization has been touted as, oh, it saves lives, it's all this and that, but it destroys the nutrition
Takes away the
of the
good
milk
stuff.
itself.
Hmm.
And I'm not advocating that people who are at risk go get raw milk from whatever source and play, Russian roulette with it. I'm just saying I'm at a point now where I felt confident to get past my fears and my hesitation and try that. It just means that I know I'm stable enough to do that. And it's okay-ish. I may not continue with it, but I had to try. And I feel like even if it doesn't completely agree with my stomach, at least I've tried that and I've given my body also the benefits of all that stuff that I miss out on because I no longer drink milk.
And
But
if you have a healthy system, like you should be able to take care of anything that's in it.
yeah,
Like there's
but
very
you're
few
not going to
things.
get those enzymes and that nutrition from something that has been created in a lab. Ooh, we made the proteins. Where are the enzymes? It's not a living product.
We're finding out the soup of what is needed is just much more complex and bigger than what we can just sort of labify in a pill, you know?
I'd rather get coconut yogurt than to experiment with that
Coconut
stuff.
yogurt. That sounds
Yeah,
interesting.
they make that. It's okay. It's not fabulous, but it's okay. But I mean, the point is, like, at least I know what it is. It came from a coconut.
So Peggy here gives us some examples. They sound decent so far. She says terms to look out for: animal-free dairy, one of the clearest indicators; precision fermented or made with precision fermentation; non-animal whey protein or animal-free whey protein; made without cows; fermentation derived dairy protein. Would you like some derived dairy protein? Bio
Fermentation derived dairy.
Bioidentical milk protein.
Yeah, that's a word to watch for. Bioidentical. You can call it that. I'm not buying it. Identical?
So
Prove that.
that's similar to the Charlie Bravo Delta. That I can't say
Yeah.
the three-letter word anymore, but that's similar to that. They found other plants that are able to produce what they are calling similar or bioidentical. Like I don't know if they're using those exact terms, but they're basically saying it's basically the same thing as
Yeah.
the Charlie Bravo Deltas. They're calling it that, but then when you look into the process, they're like, yeah, and then it comes out to be about the same thing. Like, well, why are you calling it that? It's not the same thing, you know. All
Yeah, I
these,
mean, this is why there are products that are, I can say this part, full spectrum. We know what that means.
Mm-hmm.
See, we know that there's things that are missing when it's only that or only this. You want full spectrum. If what you're after is the full um, biological effect and health benefit, then you want full spectrum. And so essentially, like with the milk, that's what that is. When you get raw goat milk or any raw milk, it's full spectrum. It's got all the nutrients and the enzymes and the fats. Yeah.
Right. Well, it's in there. It's out there, guys, and the FDA has approved it. Lab created. Go check it out.
Which I
This
guess means, I don't know if I think they still were holding back on lab grown meat. Let's find out.
I hope so. At least here.
Because I don't want none of that.
Thanks, Kyle.
Okay,
Light it
good.
up.
Not
Light it up, brother. I see you over there.
so it's real, but but not yet. Here's the word commonly
Diane.
available on U.S. grocery store shelves. Some
Ah,
products have received U.S. regulatory clearance and have been offered in limited restaurant settings, but widespread retail availability has not happened. Yeah,
sounds fishy.
let's not.
Sounds fishy. Diane, she's got these Great Danes, and um, at least one. I don't know how many you have. I think 3 or something. She said she left a giant jalapeno in the corner of the table, waiting for the Great Dane to steal it because, like, he probably comes up and snatches stuff off the table all the time. And you know what? I can't. Oh man, my son's mom has a golden retriever, and he's so tall. He can just like he's above the garbage, and he can just look right in. Oh, okay. And I'm like, no, I got to put that in the closet when he's over there, and like he's right up at the counter height. I'm like, you know what? I don't need a horse dog. My husky is. Some people think huskies are big dogs. They're not big. They're like medium to slightly larger, but not large dog.
Yeah.
And she's kind of a petite husky. And so I don't have to worry about any of those things with her. I mean, she could, I'm sure obviously she could stand up, but she doesn't do that. So, um, yeah, it's funny. They approve anything apparently. Yeah. FDA. This next one's just for fun. It's an electronic gun. Plasma channels post purely for innovation and engineering. I built a working capacitor revolver and tested its capabilities. It's electronic, using and it's actually what he talks about is kind of interesting. He exploits a weakness in a specific type of capacitor that is prone to exploding when it's overloaded, and so using that, but this is the beauty in this is he takes a weakness that's known about something and he turns it into like the whole premise of this device. It's very it's kind of inspiring. So let me play a little bit of this.
You're looking at a prototype electric revolver. The first of its kind, it employs an acrylic 6-shot cylinder with transparent walls, and it's driven by, you guessed it, capacitors.
If you know about electrolytic capacitors, then surely you know they're infamous for blowing up. Wire them backwards, maybe give them just a little bit too much voltage is enough to make them go nuclear.
And the fact that they sell
Now I don't know if any of this is true, but I can imagine certain types, certain brands or whatever could be definitely more faulty.
Yeah.
so readily got me thinking about practical uses. For starters, do electrolytic caps universally explode, or do some just sizzle? And how does the applied voltage affect the velocity of the explosion? 90 volts ultimately provided triple digits at 104 feet per second.
That's all the information I need to know to build this capacitor revolver.
The completed revolver
Okay, that music's gonna get me. Damn it.
really looked the part, so I scheduled field tests for the next day.
Yeah, baby. It works!
Okay, I'm gonna mute the rest of it, but the heck, I can't. Oh, I can do it over here. So, pretty cool. Like, it's probably not. I doubt that it's like as powerful as like a handgun or anything, but
That's
just
definitely not.
well, but like I thought it was such a cool concept because I'm like, okay,
It's
he's
interesting.
exploiting a weakness of something as to make something else, and there are other examples of that happening, but
Here's the
that's cool.
question: is it more or less powerful than my non-powder gun, the one that uses rubber bullets? Probably less.
Yeah, how does it non-powder? What does it do?
Paintball gun.
Oh, that's electronic pump or like
You
a
know, everybody's familiar with the burnout launcher, but I've got one that is the Walther PPQ. That's the frame. I had a Smith and Wesson as well. It's the same frame, but it's built with a cartridge that holds ball-shaped ammo, so you can get rubber, plastic, steel, aluminum, rubber-coated steel. You have choices.
mhm.
So it's a matter of, like, if you get the heavier stuff like steel, the trajectory is going to have less power the farther out it goes. I carry rubber bullets, same thing the police use. It's got a spring, and you can get paintball. You use a lighter spring for paintball, but I'm not playing paintball. I'm carrying mine for self-defense. So,
Right. You got to have that. Make sure it's a full cartridge or whatever.
and it's
Uh,
legal, by the way. It's legal. You use CO2, and you must carry it concealed. You can't open carry those.
hmm. Diane said, "My Basset Hound mix is a thief. Also, I named him Klepto." um, what did you say? I have to go. Okay, bye, Rose. I left a giant. Okay, so she didn't respond to that. Okay, all right. We can end it here if you want. The next guy has a really interesting way of running. That's almost like the ancient. Uh, what was it? Like an ancient Japanese way of running that he's trying to recreate. The anyway, it goes on and on. But we can end it at the capacitor gun.
My brother might find that one entertaining.
Yeah, I was just like, well, how else could we use that type of thought of like, how else what in our own lives can we think of as like, okay, this week here, but we could use that to our advantage. um, Interesting. So all right, let's get to the wheel. um, I thought they had a
Paintball
name for it.
pellets with gasoline? What? You can get pepper balls for it too, but that's complicated. First of all, you can't have them shipped. I got to walk into a store to get them. They're expensive. And then, the legalities are completely different from using plastic or rubber ammo. So, inside
um,
your house, it's very effective. It's just, if you hit somebody with it, then there's going to be some spray. And if you're in the house,
all right, guys, if you're still listening, if you're here, I hope you had learned some things like we did and had an enjoyable episode. Always entertaining, Tala. Let's get somebody a win on the door prize wheel. Let's go. Who's in the house still? We got Chris. Who else is in the Rumble chat? Comment down below. Who's commented? Let's look on the post itself. I always get people who commented below the post because it helps like leave a permanent like, hey, people were there. Uh, Brittany, like button. I can't hit the like button too fast, so I have to wait 5 seconds before I can hit the like button. It's like 3 seconds maybe. Alice, Margaret, Denise, and Brittany. Easy peasy.
no, I have a real cordless hole puncher for close quarters. Forget about the machete.
We got
Somebody
Brittany.
breaks into my house, one of us is leaving feet first. It's
Diane.
not me.
I think that's everybody who's commenting. Need some more comments from unique chatters. I need some unique chatters. We have, let's see, 30 right now. 30 unique chatters. Okay. Okay, I think that's
I think part of it is I literally didn't have time to really eat this morning. I had a hard-boiled egg and then ran to my appointment. So I think I'll probably wake up more when I get some more protein in my system.
Kyle, I got you on there already, but the last spot is always, I add people who are still here on Rumble because I'm trying to incentivize the Rumble transfer, but with many different incentivizations, if I can use that term. But if you want to jump over to Rumble real quick, I know you got it. I'll just put you on anyway. You were there, Kyle. All right, shuffling up. Got to be here to win. You want a nail gun, Chris? You know, to remove the safety. Yeah, so you would have like Chris is on people in the boxes with us a lot of weeks, and imagine some of those stories are fun stories. Chris, this week we're going to talk about vacation. Vacation.
I just want to know if he's anticipating the intruder being allergic to peanut butter.
Maybe.
Yeah, Rumble pushes commercials unless you're subscribed, right?
You have to have Rumble Premium to have a commercial-free experience. But I mean, you have commercials on YouTube and Facebook, so I don't know why people would think that's any different. You don't get them on X though.
No, we just have ads. But
are there ads? I've not really seen any.
Even with premium, and in fact, people who have had premium plus, they're not totally gone. I can't believe the number of people who've been paying like, what is it, $40 a month, and then going, it didn't get rid of the ads. Well, that's not a good reason to pay that much. Just ads. So
I'm gonna say hey in the X chat.
And it doesn't boost your visibility like they claim it does. Plus is not worth it.
When you boost your post or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People completely dropped their premium altogether and had a huge boost in visibility, if that tells you anything.
Mm-hmm. Because when you pay, they think that you got more money, and if you're
game.
not paying, then they don't care how much visibility you get because they think you're not going to make any money off them. Well, actually, the truth is you could be doing it old school and getting people to come over to your Substack or your Locals account if you just shut off
now doing
premium. Yeah.
Yeah, that's, you know what, like, since we're close to closing here.
Real quick, let me see if Betty's here. Betty, let me know if you're here
Yeah.
in the chat. Go ahead.
So I'm pushing even more for people to please, and when I say this word subscribe, that's what they call it on Substack. It doesn't mean paid subscriber, free subscriber.
Join.
They have both. So they don't call it follow like on other platforms. So I'm asking people, if you want to support, that doesn't necessarily mean financial, just support what I'm doing. Subscribe to my Substack. I have 2 publications now, or 2 projects. The First Light Warrior, obviously, but I started one that's a project with my brother. So Wild Echoes is now live. That is our Bigfoot research project. So I've got both of them on my page. So, if you hit my link tree, which is in my bio pretty much everywhere, all my stuff is there, including my Substack. So it's not just a blog. I also am a live streamer. I intend to start using that feature on Substack again. I tested it early. It seemed good. I do video content. I'm a podcaster. I have a podcast. There's going to be 2. So it's written, video, audio, live stream, all of the above. Now, the reason I'm pushing that now is I'm even asking my ex subscribers to consider, and I realized that it's $4 on X, it's $8 on Substack, but on Substack you get more. So if you are subscribed to me and you're wanting to support my work, hop over to Substack. Forget about X, because you know what? I had 120 accrued. They paid me out 62, left 32 in the system, and took 24 for themselves. Please tell me how this is beneficial. It it was sitting there. Look, they have this complex formula. It can be 3 months before you see the money from subscribers. So I'm now saying, let's just build Substack. I worked on my Substack all day yesterday. And honestly, I think I'll be happier there because I didn't end the day of all those hours feeling stressed out. I felt like I accomplished something.
Plus, you have a
Yeah.
place that you can, and right now you're on Wednesdays with me, and you can talk to all these different platforms. But I know you're on a bunch of platforms otherwise. Plus, your podcast is probably going to go to multiple platforms, so you
Yep.
have a centralized location to gather people in. Now, speaking
Right.
of that, I'm actually thinking about opening a Discord. By the way, congrats, Betty. I saw you
I
comment
have a
there.
Discord channel.
I'm thinking about opening a Discord for people to pop in and out throughout the day. I saw someone else who was live streaming, and people were popping in and out of his Discord, and he had that audio shared in. And so, oh hey, so and so, like he could. It's like having guests pop in and out of your
And so
stream.
your mileage may vary things. Some people love it, others don't. But just as a heads up, I discovered yesterday while I was doing all that work, Substack has a community feature, a community chat feature, and
Hmm.
you can decide who gets to start threads. It can be just you, it can be your paid subscribers, it can be your
Specific
founding
people,
members.
right?
It's customizable.
Hmm.
So you
Yeah,
got
but that's
control of
still
that.
not the same. So that's how locals is too, but it's not the same as uh why am I brain
You
farting?
can set it up
Discord.
so that anyone can start one. Yeah.
Discord though is different because people can you can have moderators and stuff. People can open their own rooms, and in that room can be audio, can be text, can be what like
Yeah.
different things. It can be video rooms. Like there's different options like that. And I don't think I can compare Discord to really anything else. There's not
Yeah.
anything else that does what Discord does. And but yet
To
I
me, it
don't know how
becomes
many.
too much because it's like, here's one here, and it's like before I know it, this one person who had a channel they invited me to, there's like 6 things, and I'm like, "What?
Yeah, it gets crazy. Like
Too
for
much."
instance, let me show you my Discord. It's and I got into Dr. Heath's Discord, and
Oh, I didn't even realize he was on there. I'm
yeah, I
on
mean,
there.
like there's like
Let's see, what did I set my name
all
for?
these different channels that I'm that I'm inside of, which I never look at or anything. I
First
need
Light
to use it
Warrior.
more often. Oh, okay. Um,
Yeah, First Light Warrior, no spaces or like no underscores. If you search that, you should find me.
I
It's
don't even
got one
know
of my
where I can
AI
search that kind of thing. Let's see.
profiles of me like this
Friends
bug hunter.
search. Say it again now. First Light
First
Warrior.
Light Warrior. Yeah.
All separate words.
No, it's all together.
Oh, I
That's
see.
the
I see.
at, I guess.
Anyway, I don't know how many of my friends would want to join Discord, but okay, no one by that name could be found.
Huh.
Maybe I capitalized L and W.
No. Are you under the indoor farmer? This is the thing.
Wayland the Indoor
Discoverability
Farm.
can be this hard.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I can search it like this. No,
Is it
interesting.
Waylon the indoor farmer?
Yep, with a capital of each letter. Here, I'll show you on the screen.
It shouldn't be case sensitive. I don't know where to.
I used it for
find
video games a lot, but now everyone else is using it for different things. Streamer mode enabled. Okay. So I can stream on Discord too. I just don't know where I would stream to, or like if I can connect it to anything else.
Yeah, I don't know how to find people in here. I had invite links when I joined, and
I'm in the search friends area. One of my friends had a really nasty thing to
wait,
say.
add
I don't know
friends.
when.
Maybe it's there. Find friends.
I'll click add friends.
I
Aha.
don't want
There
to.
it
I
is.
don't want to sync contacts. Wait, here we go. Wayland.
Didn't work.
Indoor. Farmer.
Success. I think I found you. And I don't know where. So pending, I guess, would be where the pending messages. I don't know. Anyway, I'll have to get back into it. I used it a long time ago for gaming, getting into different gaming groups and using it. But it's interesting just because of the difference that it provides. And I don't know. A lot of people listening may not have messed with it before, but it's not like your typical chat room. Like you can have a whole bunch of different rooms inside of it. In some rooms, people are video chatting each other. Some rooms, people are just audio chatting. And some rooms are just typing chat. So it's like a weird combination of everything.
Yeah.
Hey, Lone Wolf.
Oh,
What's
there's
up?
the notification. Okay, got it. I didn't see it. It was down at the bottom.
Going all right, man. How are you doing today? We're basically we're actually over. We're kind of just in the after conversation right now. But thanks for stopping through, man. Thank you for the unique chat, my friend. Lone Wolf Fan Club in the house. See you. Oh,
Okay.
let's see if I
Sorry,
can.
I'm just staring in relative horror at the fact that there's still. I gotta
Hey,
delete
he's
the
live
messages
too.
from someone I blocked.
Let me return the favor, Mr. Lone Wolf. What are you up to? What, playing a game? Okay. Is there any music? Okay. He's typing over on my chat. I'm typing on his chat. Cheers, brother. Like a lot, I'm meeting a lot more Rumble creators and stuff, mostly gamers to be honest. But because of this quota that they gave us, and you know what, that might be a good thing in the long run. We're all sort of forced to connect more and stuff like that. Have a good day, Betty. Thank you. You got a game night ticket. Alice will explain. But yeah, that's one sort of interesting side effect of this being forced to raid. Like I do have to do a raid, so I guess we could raid him. We could raid Lone Wolf.
Yeah. He's friendly.
Yeah, he does.
We've
Gaming.
encountered unfriendly before.
Yes, he does. Let's see. Show you guys a little bit about him. Mostly gaming streams. Does some. Yeah, mostly gaming. It's okay. We can raid him. That's what we'll do. Get my last raid done for the month. Copy. But I'm probably gonna do some more raids as well. And remember, guys, you can opt out of the raid, but if you want to jump over there and hashtag WGW WTIF or something, or just give them a dancing banana or whatever. He gave us some dancing bananas. Confirm raid. There it is. So if you want to pop over, let's see what he says.
Follow me.
Hit ya with
There
the
it goes.
chatter train, bro. Neurodivergent one? That must be someone else.
Yeah, that's in his.
Oh, hey.
Oh,
He's. Oh, that must be him.
yeah, I got in.
Okay.
Got in.
Maybe his second account or something. He linked my live stream back or something. I don't know. I appreciate it, brother. Sounds like he's playing with his kids. What game is this? This looks like Lego something. Better not play too much of that. We are on YouTube after all. Cool. Well, I can shut that off and do this and fix my screen. All right. Well, I do have my son here, and I gotta get him ready to go back to mom's for a week, and then I'm going kayaking this weekend. Tala, damn it, you know, rain or shine, it's happening. This is the rain out date, so it's got to happen this weekend. And he said so far the water levels are looking good, so I'm excited. I mean, I didn't spend $100 on more equipment for nothing, darn it. And I actually want to go and get some pool noodles. I'm gonna put pool noodles on my car, and then I got these straps, and I'm gonna strap my kayak down to the car.
That works.
I don't
Pool
know if it's
noodles
gonna.
are one of the most simple and weirdly useful things out there. They have so many other uses.
They do. They're weird, and they have like it's probably not a great material they're being made out of, but they have a lot of uses, and I think I'm gonna just. I hope it works. That's all I'm gonna say. I do have extra straps. I just thought about that. Maybe I can strap the pool noodles down first, then put the kayak on top, and then strap the kayak down.
I get that feeling though. I know what you're talking. That's the whole thing with my debating back and forth about this trip that I want to take. Like I haven't said anything to anybody. Well, one person. Just like I'm debating back and forth. I think I'm just gonna whip out the credit card and handle it. Because I've been earning money. What am I earning the money for if I don't do anything or go anywhere? I've been sitting at home because gas prices have been through the roof. I want to go somewhere. I can hop on a plane and do that and be back, in a couple days. So, I want to see my friends that I didn't get to see last year,
And this was
and
for
some
which
not the
trip?
year before.
Out to the East
The
Coast?
Speed Bag Gathering. It's in
Oh,
Massachusetts this
that's
time,
what.
so
Okay, I've been to Massachusetts when I was in
it's
Fort
cheaper than
Abbott.
New Jersey.
Yeah.
It's cheaper because like lodging is cheaper. Probably everything is cheaper. New Jersey is very expensive, and I don't have to go to Newark, right? So I can actually take Southwest Airlines from Ontario to that airport, and so I can get cheaper airfare that way.
From Ontario?
Ontario International, yeah.
Oh,
It's only
I was
about
like, so you fly up to Ontario and then back down to
no,
the. I'm like, what? How
it's
does
in
that work?
California.
I mean, and that wouldn't really be that far off. I mean, because yeah, it's a different country, but we actually have a lot of people you end up flying down to Texas
Yeah,
to go to the other end the other side of the country because of
yeah.
the big hub.
The
I've been
transfers,
there.
yeah.
Yeah, I've been there a couple times from the military
So
flying.
it's apparently possible to get a round trip for 3 or 400. That's half what it was costing me to go to New Jersey.
Hmm.
So
Well, I wish you. When is it? I wish you all the luck on it. I
the
hope you
weekend of the 17th. That's the thing.
so.
It's so close. That's why I'm like, yeah. So I got reservations to make if I'm actually going to do it. So I got to make a
You
decision
don't even
soon.
have tickets yet?
Nope.
You think you can get them by at that point? Yeah.
You do like Expedia things like that, and you can get deals. That's the other
Well,
thing.
Tyler, you better shit or get off the pot. You better
I'm
make a
trying to get an
decision.
answer out of my buddy. Like, are you going? Tell me,
Right.
are you going?
Make sure
You
you know
know.
somebody there. Yeah, you want to have
Yeah.
some friends there. It might be kind of awkward. How long is the event?
Just Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's just the weekend.
Yeah.
I'm going to an event that weekend too. It's called the Decatur Art and Vendor Days. I'm taking my son with
Okay.
me. I was invited by Anti Apparel. Shouts out to Sans Pure from Anti Apparel, and he's given me He's given me a shirt recently that's I really like. But yeah, I'm gonna go down there with my son and check it out since it's kind of family friendly and I can do a review and get some work done. So
Very
anyway,
cool.
yeah, tomorrow we're talking vacation. So kind of like along the lines of our discussion right now, like a lot of us have had vacations as a kid, family gatherings where we went off to camp somewhere or whatever else, and so it's going to be a good episode tomorrow night. I think I'm about done inviting you, but I'll invite you one more time. All right. Anyway, everybody hit the like button if you haven't already. We got everybody, I think, went over to Lone Wolf. Must be hanging out with
Yeah.
Lone Wolf now. But good. That seems that makes the things work, and things work well. All right. We'll see you all later. I'm just trying to not forget anything. What am I forgetting? There's something I'm forgetting. Oh, that's what I'm forgetting. I totally meant to talk about this. I was looking at Starlink, and I think my best bet is to buy my own Starlink with the roaming. And if I get the roaming, I might have to get unlimited. And if I get unlimited, it's like almost $200 a month.
Oof.
Yeah. And I'm like, and that's on top of paying my electric bill or my internet bill that I have here already, which I just upgraded. Like
I literally would not be able to do that. That
it's
money
less.
is not there.
It's not too. It's like 160 or 180 or something like that a month, and I'm like, that's. But see, I also tried to use Grok to find out how much. Like the terms are all confusing because they say like you get 300 gigs a month for this price, and I'm like, what does that mean? 300
Yeah.
gigs of speed or of data transfer, and I'm guessing it's of data because it's a roaming plan. But then
Yeah,
I
and how
need to
fast is
know
that
what the
queued
speed.
up?
I want to know what the speed is. Well,
Yeah.
like here, it's like residential. Oh, you know what? I could no. I guess roaming. Yeah, there's the roaming. It's not on the screen. It's 175 a month. If I want unlimited, it's 300 gigabytes for $80 a month, and I'm not sure how much I use on one show. If I could stay under 300 and just get that one, that's not that bad. I could,
Yeah.
realistically not be a big deal. But I have no idea. I don't know what
And then
to.
you need to know, like, if you go over, what's the overage charge?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Because that can be brutal. That can
That
be
was
really bad.
and those of us who are old enough to remember phone roaming
Yes.
charges remember that stuff was no joke.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I had that happen once, and that it was unexpected, and because something had changed on my plan, and I'm like, "What do you mean over? I was unlimited. What did you do to my plan?" Yeah.
Chris and Diane and Kyle are all hanging out with this dude. Let's see what he's saying. Oh, he's not saying anything. I'm listening for a second. Oh, Chris has got him going. Chris has got him going good with a bunch of stuff, eating Wheaties and. All right, they got him all going. I'm gonna go over there check it out after this. All right, Tyler, we'll see you later next Wednesday. Wednesday, 1:00. You guys, we'll see you then. You got anything coming up? Like got a space coming up or nothing going on?
I haven't
Shout it
decided.
out.
A
All right.
space has been requested, so I'll probably do one just to talk about all the changes in my diet and everything and supplements. So yeah, I'm probably gonna do one.
Well, let me know. I won't have my son, but I may be busy doing other things. So just try to maybe hit me up, and I'll head in there.
Okay,
I
cool.
gotta do more spaces because that's about the only way you can make friends on X, I guess. But
Yeah.
we'll try. All right, where's our outro? Our cool, fancy new outro. All right, we'll see you guys later. Remember, everybody's got to eat. Bye.
Midweek grind, we're scrolling through the notes.